the circle. Do a stand. Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. We are back today with episode 30 of Irish Whips and Arm Drags. And as you can see, we have a brand new, sexy, awesome as fuck background made here.
That's
Made
right.
by Tommy Halter, the man himself here. And today we got Tommy Halter, yours truly, Brendan Zalchuk. We got JT Prime, the swordsman, Justin. We got our friend Chris. And we got Eric Howison, very evil, very not gay. How is everyone doing today?
I'm sorry, the fuck did you just say?
I said, "Oh yeah, Eric Howison, very evil, very not gay."
Okay, I thought you said very,
Very
gay. I was about to
gay.
come after you.
Come after this dick. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
How is
man.
everyone doing today?
Good. What an intro, dude. What a way to get started.
Ratings, bud. All right, so we just had Night of Champions take place a couple hours ago. Starting here. So we'll start with a quick rundown, get everyone's thoughts here. So I'm gonna pick maybe just a couple results or a few, sorry, and we'll just go over them. So how does everyone feel? And Eric, I'll start with you on this. Obafemi being the king of the ring of 2026.
I dig it. I'm happy with Obafemi being King of the Ring in 2026. Congratulations to him. I was expecting there to be a bit of interference on the match, but I guess that wasn't the case in this match.
All right, Justin, how do you feel about Obafemi becoming the king of the ring?
Great. He earned it. He deserved it because he's been on a roll since earlier this year, like squash matches, beating Brock Lesnar, who's the Axe Warrior, my Prime Swordsman party, and just crushing people. Hopefully he feuds with Roman in the future. But I'm glad that he won King because King Jey Uso would have been the end of civilization. Cities will crumble.
Hell yeah. All right, Chris, how do you feel about Obafemi becoming the 2026 king of the ring?
A nice step up for sure, though. It's a nice step up for sure, though. Like, they do need to push new younger guys, though, and I kind of hope that he either challenges Sammy or Roman, though, for the title.
That's true. We'll get to that for sure. Tommy, your thoughts on Oba becoming the king of the ring?
Yeah, I think it was a smart decision. And, I know a lot of people want to hate on Jey Uso right now, and we have to admit it's not all his fault because he just works with what they give him. Like a performer, you have to work with what you're given. And unfortunately, Jey Uso, it's not his year. It was his time. It's no longer his time. I don't know if he'll ever get back to that place. But Obafemi's time is now, and I think it was the right decision.
Yes.
Yes. My quick thoughts on that one. I'm happy that Oba won. I felt like he was starting to lose some steam after WrestleMania and him losing to Brock at Clash in Italy. I feel like this, in my opinion, is a slow track of building him back up for SummerSlam. So I am fine and dandy with that. Okay, now, this one, I don't know how I feel about this one, to be honest. One hand, I feel like it was the wrong decision. Seth Rollins defeating Braun Breaker in the steel cage match.
I hated it.
So Justin, I'll go with you first then.
Because Braun Breaker, to me, he should be the current face of Raw. Obviously, give it time. He's gonna become the next face of WWE. Just give it some time. But to me, he should have been the one to win. That way he can just move on to better things or greener pastures. Maybe even feud with Roman, whom I think should have been the one to beat Roman to end his title run sometime before.
All right, Eric, your thoughts on Seth beating Braun in the cage?
I agree. I feel like this was I don't think this was a good decision just because Seth has pretty much done it all in WWE already, and you're still trying to build up Braun Breaker as this massively big monster. So I just don't feel like him losing today was a good decision.
Okay, Chris, your thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, I think that him losing to Seth, though, it's not really a good decision at all, though. And it's
welcome in, Jerry.
Jerry.
Hey guys.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
Sorry, Chris.
Yeah. I think that Seth winning, it's not really a good idea, and it's another example of Triple H pushing his no-draw favorites over potential new talent.
All right, Jerry, we'll go to you quickly. Your thoughts on Oba becoming the male king of the ring, and thoughts on Seth beating Braun. So do Oba make that one quick since we just finished that one. So your thoughts on Oba?
Predicted, boring, yippity doo.
Yo, what's up? We got viewers on the mobile stream. We
Oh, hell
can't
yeah.
see you guys if you send a wave, but if you send a comment like Amith just did, we will see it. Shout out Amith.
Hey, Emmett. Much love.
Hey,
Your
Emmett.
thoughts on Braun losing to Seth in the cage? That's where we're on right now.
That was the best match of the entire night. To me, it was a throwback
Yeah,
to old
I have to
style
agree
wrestling.
with that.
That
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I was really thinking Braun maybe
Yo.
should have won to kind of help his push, but I figured they was going to let Seth win.
Oh hell
Okay.
no!
Okay. All right, Tommy, thoughts on Braun losing to Seth in the cage?
Yeah, I mean, look, Seth Rollins. You might not like him, but he makes a good ragdoll, and I think for most of the match,
Oh,
he was getting his ass kicked. But
Oh, he
that's-
was.
He's so good at that. He's so good at just putting
Yeah,
someone
he's-
over.
Yeah, similar to
So,
Flair.
On the finish, I didn't agree with, but the match was great. I would have had Breaker go over because he's the younger guy. He needs
Yeah.
to win more than
Yeah.
Seth needs it.
I'm the same with Tommy here because Seth is already established. Braun, Seth already beat Braun a couple times now. This is
Wait,
what,
we
third
got
time, I
a
believe?
massive question here. Did you have a good day?
So far, still good. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
This
Excellent
This goes
day.
for everybody.
Lost
Everybody.
my train of thought there.
Yeah.
I believe Seth didn't need to win because he beat Braun before.
Yeah, you
We're
said
trying
he
to
was a
make-
top guy.
Yeah, he was established. Braun needs to get some momentum back. I feel like now this might be, I don't want to say the end of Braun Breaker, but I feel like he's kind of now
Stagnant.
dead. Yeah, he's now at the bottom.
Yeah.
Now, this last result for Night Champs, we'll quickly go over. Then we'll go to the topics here. 'Cause I know this one we're kind of divided on. Sami Zayn.
Wait, are we just gonna
Undisputed
skip the
WWE
women's
Championship?
world? We're gonna just
Just
skip Queen of the Ring?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Sailor
and
Moon
yes.
should have won. Sailor
Alright.
Moon should have won.
So, Eric, I'm going to go to you first. Thoughts on Sami Zayn winning the undisputed WWE Championship tonight? Or today,
I
should
mean,
say.
I called it. I told you guys when the match started that he was going to go over.
Yeah.
And,
See, I predicted it too.
and honestly, I'm happy for it. I'm happy for him. He deserves it.
Yeah.
It was way overdue for him to get the WWE title. Cody's title run was honestly just getting very stale. So
Yeah.
it was time for something new. And I didn't want another Gunther world title run. But I like now what they're actually doing with Gunther, because I don't know if you guys saw, but him after the match, they had him and Aldis in the back.
There might be a feud coming. There might be a feud
It
coming.
looked like there's going to be a feud coming because they got heated. Like Gunther was like, fuck you.
Oh,
and then
an
Nick Aldis was like, no,
altercation?
fuck you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I don't
No.
know.
they got serious.
Yeah, no, Gunther said to him, you're just jealous of me because you're a failed wrestler.
Ooh.
Ooh,
As
Oh,
soon as
that's-
I heard
that's
that,
a
I'm
thing.
like, oh.
mic drop. That's
a
it.
sting. That's a sting right there.
Yeah, mic drop for sure. Okay, Jerry,
And,
go to you then. Thoughts on Sami Zayn winning the title?
Jerry, it's you, Jerry.
Oh,
your
sorry.
Name, your name's Jerry, bud.
Oh, yeah. Well, I kind of
Hi,
wondered.
Grandpa.
But anyway. What?
You're already
No,
late.
I
you
was
can't even.
very tickled. I was very tickled. And I like how he did it. He used a victory roll. When's the last time you seen somebody pin in that fashion? Clean,
That's a
clean
tough one.
pin. Yeah, see, clean pin. And I've been saying Sammy was going to get one of the two belts.
That's true. You just say
And I
that.
figured Cody will get a rematch. Cody will lose. Cody's going to go to Raw. And next year it's going to be Cody and Roman 3.
Okay.
Depending on
Okay.
what, of course, a lot of it, of course, depends on what Oba's going to do.
But did you love it or hate it?
I
What do you
figured-
think?
I'll do my
Oba,
quick 2 cents.
well, that was predicted. You know, I'm like, bleh, whatever. I mean, it just doesn't interest me.
But
Now,
Sammy's
you know,
the world
Sammy winning-
champion.
Well, technically, he's the WWE champion.
That's still a world title, though.
Yeah, undisputed world championship.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of hierarchy for the belts, that's first. The world heavyweight title second.
Yeah, that's what
That's
people
like
don't
the hierarchy.
realize.
Yeah. So,
So, I
that's-
mean, It's possible. He's going to have a short run. Obi will flatten him, maybe. I'm figuring it's going to be Obi and Roman. And I figure Roman's going to lose, and he'll get it back at Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Because they'll let
Fair enough.
Obi have it for a while and see how he does, which he'll be popular for a little while. But I'm sorry, his style is too much Goldberg.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, Jay made it a great match. I will say that. It lasted longer than I thought. And I was also expecting Brock Lesnar to come in and interfere, and that would add to their feud, which would have made it even better.
Mhm.
So,
My only issue with the finish is Sammy didn't sell the fucking Crossroads. Another reason why I do not like Sami Zayn. He didn't. He took it and popped up Victory World.
Wait, have you guys seen the golden orbs in the sky? What are you talking about, Stealth?
I see
Blade?
trees. That's
think
my
that-
problem with the finish.
I don't see that.
Maybe you see Orion's belt at night.
the 3 stars make Orion's belt.
Yeah.
Right. Man, that
So
was my
who's
issue.
next? Brendan, you're next.
I am. Yeah, I'll do it quick. I don't like how you didn't sell Cody Rhodes' Crossroads. Another reason why I don't like Sami Zayn, I think he's a shit worker and he goes to business for himself. And he's done this before. He stopped selling for Gunther at WrestleMania Philly. Like he did. You go back and watch. He stopped selling towards the end there, and he didn't sell the Crossroads. If you're gonna do that finish, don't have Cody do the fucking Crossroads. Because you just killed the move. You just showed Sammy like, oh, that move ain't shit.
He holds
That's
it.
what got up. That's my issue with it. That he didn't sell the move. If they did a different finish or Cody didn't do it, I honestly would not have a problem how Sammy won the belt. Again, now this kind of building a track record. Sammy, at times, will go into business for himself and not sell for your fellow comrade in the ring. That's my issue with it. As with Sammy won the belt, I didn't think of it until Eric just worded it. If you're looking at who we have, Sami Zayn, and I hate to say this, but I think it is true, is the better option of another boring title reign of Gunther, or going with a stale Cody Rhodes as champion.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'll give it this, and I don't like Sami Zayn and rest. I made that clear, but maybe it's something new. Let's see what they could do. The question is, what are they going to do to keep people interested in tuning in SmackDown? Now, this is the true test. Can Sammy help SmackDown's ratings, or are they going to go lower than Cody's? That's going to be interesting. The next at least 3 weeks of SmackDown. That's my great content here. Chris, let's go to you. If he's here, if not, I'll go to the next person here.
Yes.
All right, I'll go to the next person here. Did I get everyone here?
Wait, Chris is here, right? I just saw him unmute.
Okay,
Chris.
we'll wait for Chris then. Okay, I forgot to announce. Oh, you lost connection there.
Oh,
I want to congratulate on this past Thursday, Eric. NWA has a streaming deal with Tubi.
hang on.
Happy for you guys. That's awesome. Very happy for you guys. And you
That's
have to tell
well
viewers
done.
here. When is it starting again?
We don't have an official date of when it's going to be going live. I would only assume that it's probably going to go live this Thursday.
Is that your
Thursday.
dog?
We
Is
still
your
have-
dog going crazy?
Yeah, that's my dog. Sorry.
It's okay. I was just curious.
But it's exciting times, honestly. I mean, we're still on Comet every Saturday at 4 p.m. And now every following Thursday, that new episode will then become available on Tubi, which is what will hold our library. And I personally prefer Tubi over Roku just because Tubi has a way larger reach than Roku did.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's
very
true.
excited by it.
Yeah, okay, congratulations. I wanted
Yeah,
to give that props
awesome.
and the shout out.
Thank you.
Happy for you guys.
And hey guys, here's the real kicker. Here's the real fucking kicker. Two ways to watch NWA,
What do we got?
both free.
Life.
Free. Yeah, exactly. Free.
Yeah, I have
Both
Tubi.
for free.
I can respect that. And I have Tubi on my
Yeah,
PlayStation.
that's dope.
Unlike other corporations that I know about that maybe have you paying I don't know, like $90 to $100 a month.
Mm.
Oh, of course. You know what, Eric? Well, this funny our respect promotions free.
You
That's
can
what's
check
up for the people.
NWA for life.
All right. So, Chris, you see one to go last. If you're there, okay. Thoughts on Sammy winning the belt? And I'm gonna get the next topic here.
Well, I gotta go
Yeah.
after Chris because I haven't gone yet.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
And
so
me
Chris-
too. Me too.
Okay.
God damn it, Brendan! You said you
Damn,
could do
Brendan.
it, bro.
I mean, you did so good Wednesday. What
You
the
know,
hell?
You got a
Damn,
big head
Canadian.
because Vince Russo finally acknowledged you, bro. See that?
Okay, Tommy, go ahead then.
I'm just
I thought
kidding.
Blame Canada.
No, I'm just kidding, brother.
Hey,
Gotta
go
give
ahead,
you a little
Tommy,
bit of a
then.
hard time.
Okay, Chris seems to be busy or something.
Oh,
So
boy.
for me, it's like this. I'm happy for Sami Zayn. It's about fucking time. He's done
Yep.
something that we take him seriously for. But there are 5 dudes that I'd put ahead of Sami Zayn for the world title right now. LA Knight.
Yep.
That's 1.
Yep.
Braun Breaker. That's 2.
2.
Jacob
Drew
Fatu. That's 3.
Yep.
Drew
Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre's 4. Thank you. I probably need another one. I need some help here.
Logan Paul.
Yeah,
Yes,
even Logan
for
Paul.
mainstream.
There's
Yep.
5 dudes ahead of in line that should have already had a world title, and I think I'm happy for Sami Zayn, but he's he's not that
Wait,
guy.
Who said Logan Paul?
I did.
Jerry did.
Jerry did?
Yeah, and I don't disagree.
Yeah, I
Why the
did.
fuck
Me
does
either.
Logan Paul deserve a goddamn world title shot?
He's
Mainstream.
good. He's
What?
good.
Viewership.
People know
What?
him.
Oh, you
Casuals know he-
zip it there, Munchin.
No. Hell the fuck no. No, Logan Paul needs to be as far away as possible from the world title.
I don't disagree with Jerry. I have to agree. Logan
Yeah,
Paul
same.
can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, overruled.
Y'all are a bunch of fucking marks.
No,
You
well,
can't.
We're all
You
marks at the
can't.
end of the day, aren't we?
yeah, we're all
No,
marks.
like, okay, if I'm being actually for real here, like, I understand that he's put in the work and the whole 9.
yeah, he's
but he's
5
only-
years now.
Yeah, he's been
Oh,
in
it's
for
5 years?
5. Yeah, he's been in for 5
Okay.
years. But
It's now or never.
in my personal opinion, I don't see him as a world champion. I just don't. Because
Well, I say give him a chance, see how he does.
Yeah, we're not
No.
saying he's gonna be Hulk Hogan. We're just
No.
saying
no, his
he
promo
might-
skills are still not there. They're not.
Yeah.
Almost could be a
All
little
he
bit
gets
more
is cheap heat from the crowd. That's
but
it.
he's got Paul Heyman now. Like Paul Heyman could do a lot of the talking.
Yeah,
for
Paul
him.
Heyman
Okay,
can
cool.
actually
So he
help
has
him.
Paul Heyman.
and he can
All
promote.
right, you know who
his
else was under
explosive
Paul
body.
Heyman that completely failed and is now in prison for DUI? Curtis Axel.
Curtis Axel is not even as good as Logan Paul.
Cesaro's another one.
Curtis
That's the other
Axel-
one.
Cesaro is
Cesaro
also
is
another
valid.
former Paul Heyman guy who is now in AEW doing things. I mean, Cesaro is one that they dropped the ball on.
Yeah,
For real.
everyone.
Yeah, big
And
time.
Logan Paul, no, I do
I'll
not see
agree
him
with
as a
that.
world champion.
Okay,
Logan
well,
Paul, no,
Alright,
I
that's
mean,
cool.
even
I
his in ring
respect
work.
that.
I mean, think about it. Even his in ring work, he's doing way too much flashy shit. Where is there any basic
Yeah.
storytelling being told? The only thing that he's really realistically doing in the ring is quote unquote viral moments.
Well,
yeah, and that's only going to get you so far. You see your point there.
Exactly. Why do you think he gets injured so often?
oh, good point.
That's the
Yeah.
flashy. That's the flashy
But
moves
my
there.
point remains: there's at least 5 guys ahead of Sammy.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
let's keep going.
Fine.
All right,
I've
Justin.
made a decision. Fuck Logan Paul.
All right, Justin. We'll go to you then. Thoughts on Sami Zayn winning the title tonight?
Me
Sorry.
personally, I'm not a fan of it. I get where Eric's coming from because it's something new because Gunther's been stailing for a while now, and Cody has become beyond stale.
Mhm.
Sammy, I'll admit he's a good promo and he can
He's
act.
more dynamic.
Yeah, he's a good promo and he can act. But if he
That's
like,
fair. Yeah.
got in better shape and just like probably do like a shave of his beard and look
See?
clean shaven, then maybe he'll be like world champion material and lift more weights to become more than what he is.
Well, that's fair. Okay, I can respect that.
But at least give it.
But
it
he's too
give it-
old in his career. There's no more evolution for him,
Yeah, I was gonna
unless
say,
he hops on steroids. Like,
I was gonna say
Okay.
give it a short while because I can see Obafemi like crushing him like Brock did to
Mhm.
Kofi.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, like maybe I say 3 months max with Sammy. That's my prediction. At least 3 months.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
3
maybe
months.
until like Royal Rumble.
Not
Yeah.
too long. No, I think 3 because depending what they're gonna do with Boba. That's the $1 million question. Depending what they
I
do
mean,
with
Or
let's
Boba.
see how-
yeah,
let's see how
even
the time-
Survivor Series.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead,
say,
Eric.
let's see how the title run goes first.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
'Cause If they
Yeah.
drop, if the ratings drop lower than Cody, then you gotta get it off of him.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then I have a bit of a
I-
rebuttal to what Justin just said.
You're good.
And I don't mean this in any personal way. I say this to anybody that has anything to say in regards to wrestlers' physical physique or anything of that nature. try and get into the ring for about 60 seconds and take a bump and let me know how it goes.
Oh, trust me.
Oh, I
That's the topic
already
we have
know.
here. That's the topic we
I can
have
tell
for
you right
today.
now, it's going to end very badly.
Very badly.
Look, the guy, this is kind of something that's been bothering me a little bit lately with how nitpicky people are about how the wrestlers look. Like, I can understand that, we've kind of gotten used to a particular look that Vince McMahon was pushing for a very long time. But let's be honest here, about 90% of how those guys were getting those look was steroids. So the thing is
Ultimate
nowadays,
Warrior.
exactly. The thing is nowadays, you don't necessarily need to have like this top-notch physique and look like a Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior or Macho
Seth
Man.
Rollins.
I mean, shit. Like, as long as you have the basic fundamentals down, I feel like that's what's most important. And it was getting to a point where people were starting to wonder if Sami Zayn was ever going to get.
Well,
Hey, Wendy.
I'd already.
Take care, Eddie.
Hi,
What's
Wendy.
up, Wendy?
It was
Wendy.
getting to a point where like people were kind of wondering if Sami Zayn was ever going to get that run.
Mhm.
And I feel like
Why?
he's put the work in. I feel like he's been there long enough. He's been in WWE now for over a decade.
Like 11
Oh,
years
yep.
now, eh?
Yeah, he's been
Remember
there since
Ziggy?
2015 now, I think,
Yeah.
I thought it was
remember the
14.
feud with
Wasn't
Bret Hart?
2014?
or 14. Yeah,
Yeah, 11 years at this point. No, 12 years.
But
now,
he made
so
his
crap.
main roster debut in 2015 with Bret Hart,
Gotcha.
like, pretty much managing him. And then
yeah.
got
So he's
drafted
been
to
a part of
the
the main roster for a while now.
Okay, so 10
And-
years.
And this was his
Or 12.
10th attempt for the world title. He finally got it. Number 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm happy to see that he got it. And
Yeah, and I like the way he did it. I mean,
yeah.
clean pin,
I mean, if
Cody
he ends
can't
up
say
winning-
shit.
I mean, if
Yeah,
he
I don't
wants to
hate
end up
it.
get-
I don't hate it.
I mean, if he wants to end up getting back into good shape, I mean, hey, go for it. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
impossible. I see.
'Cause-
I mean, I'm in the gym regularly, and I see fucking 67-year-old men outworking me. And
Yeah, that's right, Sonny.
yeah, I don't know about you, Jerry.
Oh, yeah. That is
Yeah,
true.
shots
I
fired.
see-
I'm not trying to be rude with what I'm saying.
No. I see what you're getting at.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, like,
look,
it's good to have someone have opposing opinions as long as we're all respectful, which we are. Like, I welcome that. If
Right.
someone has an opposing
Yeah.
opinion.
That's the way us the high ones are. We have high opinions, and they're
Okay.
always correct.
Okay, I'm gonna read Chris's comment here. I disagree with Sammy being champion because while the ratings will take a short bump, it's not going to last long, and the business will go downhill from here. Sammy's a no draw and a Triple H favorite.
Wait,
He is
what?
a Triple H favorite.
I don't know. I don't know
does
about
his
the no
mic
draw.
not work? Like, why is he commenting?
No, he's gonna draw. He's gonna draw.
He's quite the draw.
He's quite the draw.
I think
Okay.
I think
It's
to defend Chris having more like mainstream, like bringing the ratings to the masses, like that kind of draw. Like
Now,
a Roman
granted,
Reigns.
like Cody. Zayn does have a similar wrestling style.
Yeah.
He takes some huge hits. You think he's done. He comes back at the end. Haluva kick 1, 2, 3. Match over. Now see, this time was different. He used the victory roll, which I enjoyed, and maybe he'll keep using that. Who knows?
I
That
mean,
make
I was
that
gonna
make
say
Go ahead, Eric.
I'm just trying to figure out how exactly Zayn isn't a draw.
Like
No, he's-
mainstream,
no,
like
he's a
Brock
draw.
Lesnar, like a Randy Orton, like a Roman Reigns, like a John Cena, like a name that you can put on a poster.
Yeah.
and
Well, yeah, no, he don't have
Attract
that.
people, yeah.
But that's
No, he
the
don't
draw.
have that kind of power. No, but he's
I was
been in the
thinking-
ring with all these people,
Yeah,
and that's why you should give him a chance.
Yeah.
And I mean the guy has the opportunity now to take the ball and run. And I feel like that's really just what's
Yeah.
been holding him back is that no one's really given him that opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go back and watch his work from Ring of Honor and the Independence at El Generico before he came into WWE, he put on some fucking bangers. And like, especially his matches with Kevin Steen, like those things look like they
I've
hurt.
seen some of those.
Yeah.
No,
So-
to me, he's always technically been a good wrestler, but he's
Yeah.
not someone you want to spend money on. Like,
yeah.
Right.
sorry, I'm not buying a ticket to watch Sami Zayn main event. Like, I'm just not.
So let's see here. This is
You
where
young
I
people.
feel like, this is where I'm gonna feel like Sammy needs to be given material that can work. This is where I feel like they're gonna drop the ball with him. Look how they treated Cody Rhodes as a champion. It's both reigns. Build him up, okay. Now what? What's next? What's the next story? So that's where I feel like.
But see, that's not so much on Cody. That's on the people in the back.
The writers.
Creative,
Now they have to give Sammy creative to get people still interested. This is where I feel like he's already dead in the water because there's a track record for WWE. They'll build, okay. Now what? And they don't have an outlet.
Yeah, they remain stagnant.
So that's where I feel like Sammy's already fucked. But we'll see.
See, like I said,
maybe we're wrong.
like I said a couple of months ago, they're building up for next year's WrestleMania because they know they can draw if they have Cody and Roman 3. But the kicker is, who's going to be having the world title belt? Because we already know Cody's been Universal champ, and so is Roman. And now Roman has the world title. Cody's never won that yet. So there's your angle. And you know they're going to do it. They're going to do Cody and Roman 3 while they're both still in physically, excellent shape.
Yeah.
I
can see that
personally don't
happening.
agree with this opinion of Sami Zayn. One, he has amazing mic skills.
He does.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because Chris is saying here, being in the ring doesn't count as being a draw, character, charisma, and mic skills. All right, he's got mic skills. He's got a character, and
I'll be right back.
like charisma. Really, the dude goes fucking buck wild every single goddamn time he cuts a promo.
I think I think the problem with Sammy for the casuals is hard to take him seriously the way he looks, especially in the main event upper echelon. Upper mid card, lower mid card, and tag team, I think is fine. But when
whatever you say, Triple H from 2018 talking to Daniel Bryan.
Let me finish here.
No, I agree though.
And hang on, I want to train of thought. But if you're gonna try and make Sami Zayn believable and convince him he can hang, that's why some people might not think he'd be believable in the upper echelon main event scene.
Now, see, here's another factor. Here's a key word. Will Sami Zayn either stay a babyface or will he slowly turn heel?
That's a good question. Yeah.
See, that's the key. Because you've seen how he can do both at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him so damn dynamic. I mean, you think about it. Now he's the big guy.
Yeah.
The pressure's on him. And he knows people are going to come after him. That means he's got to get creative. So if you turn heel, he's going to pull some tights. He's going to say, "Hey, ref, who's that guy in the ring?" And then, do something.
Like a low blow or something.
Yeah.
Well, he already cheated to win this one because I think
he'll probably be a better heel than Cody.
Someone had it won, and then he pulled him out the ring. He pulled the ref
out of the ring. No. In a triple threat match, you can pull out the ref. There's no DQ.
That's true. It is
That's
legal.
still kind of cheating, though. It's
at that point.
No,
it's not.
That's all within the rules.
It's not cheating.
Yeah, it's no DQ.
No.
If it was a regular match,
Cody did the exact same thing. Yeah, in a regular match, you're out. You're disqualified. You put your hands on the ref.
As an example,
Yeah.
WrestleMania 22. Yeah, triple threat.
No
WrestleMania
count out,
22.
no DQ.
Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton. That was a triple threat.
I'm aware of the no DQ rule.
Randy would tab, but Rey will pull the referee out. And there are times Rey will tab, Randy will pull the referee out. Like they've done that before in triple threat.
Yeah,
That's
it's
technically
all
no
legal.
DQ.
And it's actually a good part of the whole skit because I was hooked. Because I started to wonder, it's like, yeah, Sammy's got this. And Tom's like, oh, maybe not. Maybe they're going to push him, make him wait till SummerSlam. Give him another month to stew. But I'm glad they pulled the trigger.
But we were talking about not wanting to body shame him, and I totally get that. It's just that sometimes we have a standard, NBA players. I'm sorry if you're 5'10", you're probably not going to make the NBA. I don't think there's anything wrong with expecting, maybe there's unrealistic expectations, but I think Sammy, he doesn't look unathletic. He just doesn't look very athletic, I think. And he looks better than the average guy. The average guy is fat and, is a couch potato. Sami Zayn's clearly got a wiry athletic body.
He's in the middle.
It's not your prototypical championship body, but
he's not Seth Rollins build or Braun Breaker built or even Logan Paul built.
Seth is skinny, but he's jacked.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. Topic. All right, so now since Eric briefly brought it up, we're gonna go to this is about fans. MJF calls out wrestling fans that say he doesn't wrestle enough. You take a pussy, I'm in a shit ton of fucking pain. Oh, let me add to the screen here. So, while speaking to the Shut Up and Wrestle podcast with Brian R. Sullivan, AEW World Champion MJF commented on the physical toll of being a wrestler. So MJF had this to say. I always laugh, especially earlier on in my AEW career, when fans were like, why isn't MJF wrestling more? Fuck you. You take a bump, pussy. It hurts. Do you have any idea how much it hurts? Everything we do in there hurts. While you're interfering me right now, my knee is fucked. You know what I mean? It's swollen to shit. I'm in a shit ton of fucking pain. But it's on me because I'm the fucking top guy that people are leaning on me to make sure that we're doing well. So I've got to lace my boots up and get in that goddamn ring. Oh, man, Chris, I'll keep reading. Obviously, a doctor is never going to let me go in there unless structurally I'm okay. So don't think I'm burying AEW, the AEW medical team. I'm in a lot of pain. There's swelling, but structurally, I'm good. The bottom line is this. I know everyone listening to me on this podcast respects what I do and understands what I do. There's this new wrestling fandom of younger kids that think this is all funsies, and they don't understand how much we're putting on the line. Physically, every time we go through the curtain, it takes a toll. Dude, I'm 30. I'm in pain, and I'm only 30. I can't imagine what I'm going to feel like when I'm 40 or 50. But I'm also not asking for sympathy either. I'm not a bitch. I fully understand I signed up for the shit. That was my decision and my dream to chase. However, I just wish wrestling fans understood more that every time we go out there, it's painful. It's not like it only hurts when we take a bump on the goddamn apron. It hurts every time we take a bump. No matter what, it hurts. End quote. Okay. This is still an issue by quote-unquote fans that give wrestlers a hard time if they're either wrestling a safe style or if they're not working regularly. Like Eric just said, how about you fucking get in there and do it? I guarantee if you take a proper back bump, you will shut the fuck up. In my opinion, us fans have no right to bitch about a wrestler if they're not working enough or if they're working a certain style, because we're not wrestlers. Like, I'll be the first one to admit, I'm a mamby-pamby. I couldn't do it.
I'm a musician. I can't do it. Yeah.
No, I couldn't do it. And I have great respect and admiration that these men and women put their bodies through for our entertainment. And people say, oh, wrestling's fake. Okay, the real part of wrestling is the actual landing. That is wood with a bouncing pad under it. That shit still hurts. Doesn't feel good. Yes, you get trained to do it safely, but that shit still hurts. Yep. So for people like to go after MJF, these wrestlers, like, okay, you do it then, big shot. If you think you're better and you're bitching about them, okay, find a wrestling school, pay your tuition fee. I guarantee you shut up as soon as you take your first bump. And Eric, I want to go to you because you and I have talked about this before, about these fans are fucking giving wrestlers a hard time if they're not working a certain schedule or working a certain way to entertainment. So you take it away, my friend.
Oh yeah. So this shit's really pissed me off over the last few months, especially since I've actually been able to work in the industry myself. And since March, I've actually put myself recently on a diet, which after I'm done answering this, I'm going to go upstairs so I could have my second part of my cheat meal, my big cookie and ice cream thing. Yeah, but it's to think about everything that they put their bodies through on a regular basis. Because think about it. These guys are hitting the gym every single week, at least 5 to 6 days a week. Fucking, and they're in there for hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes. And they're doing this to perfect their body, make their body look like they're in crazy ass shape. So then they're able to look presentable for a 10-15 minute match. And then when doing that 10-15 minute match, because everyone hears the word fake and everyone hears the word scripted, they think that everything, they think it's not real. They think the back bumps aren't real. They think the power slams aren't real. They think the punches, the kicks, the fucking 450s, all that. No, all of that is fucking real.
Yeah.
And that's the part that a lot of people don't seem to understand. Let me explain this to you guys, because I know that y'all don't even understand what actually goes into a ring. I have actually helped build a ring before. All right. Do you know what's on that mat? There's the floor. There's like maybe
The structures, right? Like those steel structures.
Yeah, we got the steel structure, and then we got wood, multiple 2x4s that go across, so that then everything could be put in place. Then maybe a mat that's like 2 inches thick, which is like nothing. And then over that goes the ring apron.
Canvas.
Over that goes the canvas and the ring apron. So that shit still hurts when you're hitting.
Oh, yeah.
And you're being slammed onto that, canvas. That shit hurts. And I've even seen like guys come to the back where like they couldn't walk and they were having trouble getting to their car. And you know, it sucks like watching it. But at the same time, that's the reason why they're in the gym so much, is because of the reason why is that as they have more muscle built up, then they're able to have more resistance to that.
Oh, time under tension, yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's honestly kind of why whenever certain people try to say that, you know, oh, like I didn't mean like to come at you guys a little type of way, but it just kind of boggles me when people are like, oh, well, I just hope someone's in better shape, or oh, their in-ring style doesn't work for me, or something of that nature. It's like, okay, well, how? It's like, bro, just go in the gym and try their workout for one day. Just for
I can't even do it.
Know how it goes. I can tell you right now that shit's hard.
But
I mean,
in the fans' defense, though, like we all can watch a LeBron James game, and nobody's gonna say, "Oh, I'm better than LeBron at basketball." But there are gonna be people who say, "Who fucking sucks?" You know, and that's their right to. LeBron James knows what he signed up for. These athletes get paid top money. If they can't take a little criticism, then maybe they're not built for it.
I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm not.
Because I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna heckle at NFL and NBA games at WWE. I don't care if the guy over there can kick my ass and he's way more athletic than me. I'm a paying customer. I have that right.
I get that, and I completely 100% understand that. But also, don't take it some type of way when they basically look back at you and you're like, and they're basically say this and say, "Hey, take a bump, pussy."
I couldn't do it. I'm the first one to say I couldn't do it.
I mean, that's always my response. Like anytime I hear a fan talk shit, that's always my response: is get in the ring, take a bump.
Yeah, like I said,
I have taken a back bump. It sucks.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun. I thank God that my fucking back didn't go out. I'm so happy because that was the one thing I was scared about. I was scared to do the fucking back bump, and then next, hey, my back. And especially because I was working a show that day. Because I'm like, I can't do camera work with the thrown out back. That just doesn't work. But, there are some fans that just take it way too fucking far. Like, not you, Tommy. But
I'm just I'm playing devil's advocate.
No, I know you are. I know you are, but then there's like people like fucking, you know what? I guess we're going into this segment. Fucking Dave Meltzer. There's guys like that fucking guy that literally think his opinion is the word of God, and that everyone just needs to listen. I mean, it's gotten so bad with him that even his co-host Brian Alvarez, a man who is on his payroll, can't even deal with him anymore.
Brian was in the ring before.
Yeah,
at least Brian actually wrestled. And
has training. Yeah. I can always give Brian Alvarez credit. He actually trained to be a wrestler. So I feel
same with Sean Ross.
So is Vince Russo and Jim Cornette. They've both been in the ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's at least as much as Jim Cornette annoys the piss out of me. At least that's the one thing I can say is that he does understand the business.
Yeah.
He has actually worked.
Yeah.
And
Magoo has not. Okay, Jerry, I'll go to you then. Your thoughts on MJF here. We'll keep it going.
My bad. I went a little too hard there.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead, Jerry.
No, Eric, you're spot on because I've watched it 42 years, and in the 90s, I started learning more about the behind the scenes. And I remember the day when McMahon, ruined kayfabe. I'll come out and say it.
Yep, I remember.
And it has given such a negative opinion on the fake part of wrestling. It's like a stunt movie, but when you do them stunts, you're still getting hurt.
Yeah.
And if you watch when they throw punches, there's a trick to it, but at times they still connect.
Yeah, Live Ross, connect.
Big case in point. Look at Andre. Anyone he got in the ring with, he told him, actually hit me. You're not going to hurt me. And he would take the bumps and act like it hurted him, but that's because he's selling. That's the magic. That's the kayfabe. That's the
yeah,
magic
the art.
behind wrestling.
Absolutely. All right, Justin, let's go to you. Your thoughts on MJF calling out fans,
I'll
telling
be
them,
right back,
take a
guys.
bump. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I can see where he's coming from because some fans think they're too good, think they know a lot, but don't. And yeah, trust me, the more I learn about these competitors taking bumps, along with the grueling schedule, I was like, oh, I can't even go through that. I
It's true.
myself, a musician playing bass for a female-fronted band. Yeah, I can like elaborate on that, and yeah, I just think taking bumps will like affect you in the long run, here and there, so on and so
Yeah.
forth.
And one thing these people, and I'll add to what you're saying there, Justin, what they don't understand is they got to travel the next day. They got to get in the car or get on the plane. Then they got to go to the next
Mhm.
location and do it again.
Yeah,
That's something they don't. Yes, mind you, the traveling is not as bad, like 300 days like it was back then, but they still are on the road the majority of the year. They got to go,
Yeah.
okay, get in the car, another drive or fly, and they're feeling that shit as they're driving or flying. They do.
yeah,
And I think that's one thing these fans, I hate to call them that, they're not fans, forget about that. Is they think, oh, go home, you're fine. No, they kind of feel it that night and the following day when they're traveling. And that's one thing that's not information.
Because Arn Anderson talked about this. That's what amazed him about Ric Flair. As he said, Flair would get in the ring for 60 minutes. He'd go in the back for 20, get a shower done. Then he'd want to go to a restaurant, grab something to eat. Then he'd want to hit the bar, sleep for 3 hours. 9 o'clock the next morning, he's in the gym. He's working out like there's not a damn thing wrong with him.
Yeah, and look,
Let's go you, Tommy. Should the last one then.
yeah, I mean, I already kind of, played devil's advocate. Like, fans have the right to talk shit, in my opinion. Obviously, you don't want to go too far. Don't bring in moms or kids. Some things are off limits. But if it's like, I see Oba Femi in front of me, it's probably not the smartest thing to heckle him when I'm right in front of him. But if I'm a couple rows back, Oba, fuck you,
Shit.
Even I probably wouldn't do that because I love Oba Femi. Don't get me wrong. But I also think, when it comes to Sami Zayn being world champion, I think a lot of people, they might not like it. It's because you wouldn't cast Sami Zayn to be the lead guy in your movie. He's not the guy who gets the girl. He's not, Tom Hardy. Like, he's not that guy, in my opinion. In wrestling, you don't really have to be. John Cena, he was like the cookie cutter, looks like Superman, probably could be the world champion, and he turned out great. With Sammy, he doesn't have the Superman factor, and he doesn't have like the scary factor. Nobody fears Sammy. Like,
true.
Guys who aren't handsome, they're at least scary, and Sammy doesn't really have that. So there is like a Daniel Bryan blueprint that he could follow.
Yeah, that's what he's going to be. He's going to be Daniel Bryan 2.0.
But I think I like Daniel more because he's a bit more of a high flyer.
Better talker, in my opinion.
As far as MJF, like, yeah, he can talk all the shit he wants. Like, when he talks, we listen, and you can't do anything but respect his opinion.
And especially now since they put the belt back on him, so he's going to have double the work.
Mm-hmm. And the problem with the pro wrestling is there is no off season. Like NFL players, they have a tremendous fucking workload as far as the impacts, the hits. Like, they're also getting fucked up. Yeah. But at least they have an off season. For WWE, that you never turn it off. And that's one thing I wish we could figure out is, like, can we give these guys like 82 games like the NBA, and then let's just chill for a while, These guys are getting fucked up.
It's impossible because
I think the best month for them to take an off season is December.
Yeah, if they
take
really
December off, come back in January after New Year's.
Yeah, they kind of do it for Christmas and New Year's.
They do like recaps.
That's right, they do. Yeah, you're right.
But I mean, it's a short vacation.
Yeah. Okay.
Very short.
On to the next one here, and I actually agree with this article here. Ryback is talking about how he thinks entrance music is one of the most underrated success factors in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
So, and he's right. Like, I'll read what you said here. So, over the weekend, the official Twitter/X account of shared a quote from former WWE music composer Jim Johnston, and former WWE star Ryback responded to the post with the following message. And I quote Ryback: "I think entrance music is one of the most underrated success factors in professional wrestling. The right music can take somebody to another level. The raw music can hold somebody back before they even walk through the curtain. It creates instant recognition. It triggers an emotional response before the wrestler even comes out. It tells the audience who that character is before they've done anything. It amplifies the crowd's reaction, and over time, it becomes part of that wrestler's identity. It's one of the very few things in wrestling that can completely change the feeling in an arena within seconds. I've always thought it's a much bigger deal than a lot of people realize." End quote. I agree with Ryback. He is 100% right. And it helped, like, if you have music that made you recognizable within the first 2 or 3 seconds, boom. Here's the point. On the instant examples, the NWO. So you hear the guitar line, you know, okay, who's coming out. The Glass Shatter, Stone Cold. If you
Yep.
smell 3 words within a second, people knew who it was. Who is another good DX? Are you
Iron
ready?
Man, the Road Warriors.
Iron Man. As soon as you hear the bass kick, you know, okay, Iron Man. It helped create an identity with you. And that is a lost art, in my opinion, of wrestling. Like, in my opinion, I think the last good theme song WWE created was Kevin Owens' theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Drew McIntyre, maybe if you want to put that in. But I think in terms of the original tune, I think Kevin Owens is the last decent track they made.
Oh,
But besides that, they don't have.
don't
oh,
forget
go
the
ahead.
Voodoo Child from Jimi Hendrix for Hulk Hogan briefly.
See, I'm not counting that because Bischoff got the rights to. I'm talking created music from
Oh.
Jim Johnston. Like, that were created, not licensed from bands.
Right.
So Triple H's game and Line in the Sand is out because that was not created. That was recorded by a licensed band.
Yeah.
I mean, that is lost. They don't have a Jim Johnston there anymore to create something that will help a wrestler, in my opinion. Because a lot of the music today is very AI generated, or it sounds, you know, lifeless. Like, there's nothing that makes it special to go with a wrestler. And I asked Paladin and Kristen's last night on the show, do you guys think if the music was better today, let's say they had either Jim Johnston or someone equal to him, do you think that would help the wrestlers today a little bit more?
Yeah.
I think so.
I say that because it gives them more of an identity. For me,
Yeah.
I'm a natural musician. I play bass in a female-fronted R&B pop band, which our next gig is going to be on Tuesday. And I can attest to you, music is also appealing. And it's also
Mhm.
expressive. And yeah, I even write music. We even wrote a song together from this past rehearsal that we're going to debut for our gig this Tuesday. And yeah, music helps
I understand that.
catch people's attention. Yeah.
As a poet and a songwriter, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, Jerry, same question to you. Do you think if the music was better today, like they had Jim Johnston or someone equal, do you think that would help them a little bit more?
Oh, yeah, big time. I mean, I can think back to the mid 80s when I first started watching it. When I used to hear Eye of the Tiger from Survivor, I knew that was Hulk Hogan
Yep.
before he switched over to Real American.
From Rick Derringer.
Let's see. And World Class Wrestling. Michael Hayes created his own song, Bad Street USA. That was the Freebird national anthem. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin. He always entered the ring, the sharp-dressed man from ZZ Top. As did the Fantastics. The Von Erichs. They used Stranglehold from Ted Nugent.
Yep.
And,
Definitely
you know,
can
so
help, for sure.
on and so on. I
forgot
mean,
to
Ric
name-
Flair used what was that movie? Space something 2001.
Space Odyssey.
Odyssey,
Yeah.
thank you, Space Odyssey, yes. Thank you.
Thank you,
Another,
Justin.
Ultimate
Yeah.
Warrior is another good one. Or better yet,
Yeah.
Macho Man. It was a high school graduation theme song, and people
Yeah. Prop and
Modern
circumstance.
Day right away.
Yeah.
So it helps. I 100%
Yeah.
agree with Ryback on this. Yes, it is a lost art for having entrance music that's recognizable and giving identity, and I wish it would came back. So I 100% agree with Ryback on this.
Yeah, can I give
I
my
mean-
2 cents?
Yeah, go ahead. You're next, Tommy.
I'll let Jerry finish up. What do you want to say?
I mean, there's very few wrestlers that didn't need entrance music. Andre was one because I don't think he ever really had a song.
I don't think he did either.
I think they had beats and the drums, like at least in WWE 2K26, they just give them like a drum.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I don't remember King Kong Bundy having a theme song. See,
Big Show
Sergeant
did.
Slaughter,
Yeah,
he did.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Big Show, when he was in WCW, when he turned babyface, didn't have music, came out to silence, and that worked with him.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And then, of course, once he hit WWE, you know, well, it's a big show. Yeah, the big slow. But yeah.
On to the next one here.
Wait, all I was
Now-
gonna say though,
Yeah, go ahead, Tommy, while I'm getting this ready.
when you go to a wrestling event, half of the event is a music festival because
Nice.
some of these entrances take so long.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
like you really
That's
have to
part of
think
the
about
magic.
it. Half of the show is going to be a music festival because these entrances have to be bangers, and you get that vibe
Yeah.
when people are singing along with CM Punk's Cult of Personality and
Yeah.
You
See,
know,
forgot about CM Punk.
I'm talking about created, not licensed music.
No,
That's
I know.
licensed
I'm not.
music.
I'm not
That's what we're
saying.
calling it.
I'm just talking about having good music in general. Like I'm
Okay,
not saying
gotcha.
they've made good music since Jim Johnson. You know, because Jim Johnson made all the hits. But
Yep.
just as far as like music putting somebody over, like it totally does. And you know, when parents are in the crowd who might not watch the show and they see the crowd taking over, singing along, you know, it becomes a sing along. Some people think it's corny, but it's like you have to be there to really appreciate it. And when you're a part of it, it's like Jey Uso's Yeet. Like it looks stupid when you're on TV, but when you're there in person, you can't help it, bro. You just
Yeah,
start
it'd
eating.
be a
Yeah.
fun time.
It is catchy. I mean, like look at Gunther's. He changed his. I like the first song, but you know, at least there was some vocals to it. You know, this newer music, bleh.
It's classical music.
True, but still bleh. I like that at least someone would sing Gunther and then, you know, there'd be some caroling in the background. I like that better.
He should have came out to like a composition from Richard Wagner, a German composer. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, like I like Roman Reigns. I like his newest stuff.
Yeah, same
His
here.
newest theme
Oh,
song, which
I
is
forgot about that
a
one.
mix
That's a
of
good
his
one.
classic,
Yep.
Yeah.
Forgot about
yeah,
that.
especially
Recently,
at
I listened
WrestleMania.
to Randy Orton's "Burning My Light" and Drew McIntyre's "Broken Dreams," along with the
Yeah.
Shield's theme song and Living
Mhm.
Color's "Cult of Personality."
Yeah, and Batista. I love
Yeah.
his song. You know,
Yeah, that's a good one.
let's see. We're forgetting a whole bunch, but
Well, I mean, even Gold Dust is like that. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
like
the-
that shit
the-
was fire,
It's
bro.
sparkling.
Yeah,
That
shit
that's
was
thank you. That's
fire.
what. Yeah, thank you. That's what I was forgetting about there.
And Kurt Angle's theme song.
yeah.
Wow.
Dun,
That's another one,
yeah.
You suck. You know, the fans got into it.
Yeah.
right? All right, now we're gonna go to one that is controversial, and I cannot believe this is still a situation that we're dealing with these fans, and I think is fucking disgusting. So, and it's about what is happening with Rhea Ripley's personal life here.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel bad for her. She brought that to herself. I'm gonna be straight up.
And there's a part there is, but at the same time, look, that's how I feel. So she revealed, fan found her personal number and showed up to her house. That is some stalker shit there.
Yeah, that's
All
gone too far.
Yeah.
So Rhea Ripley says a fan obtained her personal phone number and texted her. The latest in a series of privacy concerns that WWE star has raised about fans crossing the line. Ripley discussed the incident during a Twitch live stream alongside Gabriel Eros, known as King Creus, and her husband, AEW's Buddy Matthews. Asked, so a viewer, by the way, just to add more context to this, on the live stream, asked Rhea if she ever gets scared. Rhea pointed to fans approaching her home and contacting her directly, and she said, and I quote, "All the time, especially when people walk up to my fucking house and then text me on my mobile phone." It said the most recent incident involves someone tracking down her number after failing to get tickets to SmackDown. So she said, I won't say how, but someone found my phone number and they texted me the other day. Ripley said they wanted me to see them because they couldn't find tickets to SmackDown. Ripley summed up her frustration simply. There's no privacy anywhere. The comments added a string of similar incidents Ripley has spoken about publicly. She has previously described fans showing up uninvited at the home she shares with Matthews, sending mail to her address, and lingering at her front door, and has repeatedly asked fans to respect the boundary between wrestlers and the public. And here they're just talking about other incidents like Liv Morgan's stalker and the WrestleMania lack of security there. Okay. So the only tiny part I can say she has like brought some.
Yo, Brendan, scroll up. Remember we were talking about lingerie football?
Yeah, there you go.
That's lingerie football, brother.
Well, there you go. But the problem with the society is that there's a lot of entitled, creepy people.
Yeah.
They're not fans. These are insane people.
I call them stands.
Thank you. That's very well. These stands, they need a good punch in the face. Like those people that show up to her house, they are lucky that Buddy Murphy did not come out of the door. Because can you imagine if Buddy came out the door and seen some random stalker?
It's your ass.
Buddy
would kill him. Like Buddy would fuck this guy up. And okay, I don't mean to brag. I'm gonna use me as an example. I have a couple of cell numbers of some people there. I'm not gonna abuse and fucking that privilege and to get favors and get stuff. What would I get out of that? I would lose privileges and fucking. Then I would come off the crib. That would be like me going to fucking Vince's house uninvited, just showing up. That's creepy. That's
not a good idea, bro.
Like, again, what? It's going to take one psychopath. God forbid, one psychopath is going to ruin this for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, what do they think in their mind they're going to get out of this? I don't get it. I think it's disgusting. And I agree. Have some respect for these people. Like, if you see them, with family and friends, leave them alone. If you happen for some reason, and I don't know how they do it, if you actually find out their mailing address and their contact information, be respectful and don't fucking harass them. Like,
do John Cena's method of like being polite, but at the same time telling them, "Hey, it's not the right time. Wait till like meet and greet."
Yeah, exactly. Or for example, Tony Khan's number got leaked months ago by that angry lawyer, if you guys remember. That was fucked up. That guy did that. Hey, you never should do that. Never post fucking public information online like that. I think that was wrong.
Yeah.
And then they gotta think, okay, if the fan that texted her, like, what is he thinking? Like, okay, if I do this, I'm gonna get free tickets. I may get in. I may get privileges. No, idiot, you're not.
Yeah.
Like, you could need to smarten up. And they need to be like a good fucking hit, dude. Like, I think it's bad that it's still a situation. She doesn't deserve it. But unfortunately, we got a lot of entitled marks that feel otherwise.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Justin, I'll go to you here if I get your 2 cents in.
Well, yeah. Rhea Ripley, she pretty much cultivated this type of fan base. I get where she's coming from, but at the same time, she should have known what she got herself into by like catering to those type of stands, is what I call them. And plus, of how she presents herself and all that. But at the same time, I just hope all this gets settled. And me personally, Tatum Paxley's a hotter, prettier, and finer golf woman than Rhea Ripley.
All right, Jared, let's go to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, this has been something that's been covered before in history. Is security with celebrities, sports stars.
Paparazzi.
Right? I said this on our Wednesday wrestling show. There was this tennis player that I was a big fan of. I watched her all the time. And she was in a match. And she sat down, take a break. And this deranged fan of her opponent come running down and plunged a knife just to the right of her neck and shoulder blade. Missing her spinal column. Missed her spinal column by 2 inches.
Oh, man.
And see, after that, they started changing security for tennis players Because when they sit down, they're right up against the crowd. The crowd's literally right behind them.
Right behind him, yeah, and they can reach.
And this guy just come right down, and then boom.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do nothing until after he'd already stabbed her. And what
That's
it was, he was an
horrible.
obsessed man with this tennis girl's opponent, and she had been number one player throughout the 80s, and this younger girl was knocking her off. She was taking over, and he couldn't handle that. And the same goes in wrestling. I mean, look at ECW.
Yeah.
How many times did the Dudley Boys piss off the crowd, and literally Heyman had to buy extra security
A bunch.
after the show?
A bunch.
Even though Devon and Bubba Ray could hold their own, but two guys against 50, 60, 70 people, you still don't have a chance.
No.
Yeah.
All boosted up,
Yeah.
now they have no chance at all.
I mean, like what they did in Heat Wave in Dayton, Ohio. I was surprised that they didn't get their pay-per-view yanked. When Bubba talked about that woman and her daughter. I'm not going to say what exactly he said because I figured it'll break YouTube standards. So if you know
What's the clean version?
Don't forget Raven and WCW when that
The-
fans
the Bill Clinton
tugged him
special.
while he was cutting a promo.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that one. Yeah.
And also Linda McMahon when Triple H had to lunge into the fan to protect her.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know this one. What's this
Oh,
one
yeah.
here? I don't know this one. Do you know the story, Justin?
Well, I think this was during the 2000s, early 2000s, McMahon Helmsley era. They were feuding with Linda, and The Rock and them. And while Linda was on stage cutting a promo, some fan was about to jump her, and then Triple H saw rather than nick and time, just jumped him just to protect Miss
Yeah.
McMahon.
Yeah, he
did not know
put his
this.
hand. Yeah, he put his hands on the fan. He didn't have a choice
Yeah,
because the guy
Yeah,
was
she knows
going hard
the
for
guy's
his
knife.
mother-in-law.
yeah,
Yeah, because at that point you don't know this guy have a knife, a gun, you don't know. So in the moment, yeah, take over. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Same way, another ECW pay-per-view incident. Francine used to sit up against the crowd, and some guy walked up and he reached up underneath her skirt to get a hand, to
Yeah,
cop a feel.
yeah.
I thought that was scripted though.
No, oh no. Oh no, it was legit because she freaked out, and Shane Douglas, he left the ring and he actually went into the crowd swinging.
Yeah.
Well,
And then Heyman had to come out, and they tried to make it appear scripted, but she was very shaken up. And then after that, I noticed when she was in the arena, she stayed closer to the ring, and she barely went even anywhere near the fans. And eventually, the guy was arrested and taken out. Because, like I said, I was sitting there watching the match, and all of a sudden I heard this yelling, and I looked down, and the camera guy zoomed down, and Francine's telling that guy, she goes, you can't touch that. That's not part of the game.
Yeah.
And the guy was bombed out of his mind.
Yeah.
Because he kept telling her, oh, you want it. You want it. And then, people literally holding him back. Some people were starting to beat the hell out of him. And like I
Yeah.
said, Douglas, he was out of that ring and he was right in the crowd, and he was giving that guy some hands. And Heyman had come out because he knows this could be some legal troubles. Because it's an assault case regardless on all sides. Even Shane Douglas doing what he did. And at that time he was ECW champ. He's running the train, but I'd be no different, if that was my valet, even if we're just friends in real life, we're not a couple. If someone's getting inappropriate, you're getting slugged.
Yeah. That happened recently, and I didn't know until Eric brought this to my attention. At one of the recent JCW tapings, I forgot her name, but it was the ring girl with the black and red dreadlocks, like the lawn dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I thought.
Man, he's not a juggalo. I'm taking this guy's card away.
Wait, are you talking about the post I posted
Yes.
on Facebook?
Wait,
Yeah.
what's going on?
So this was now a month ago. So the ring girl that I'm talking about, she leaves to walk
Her
to the
name's
back.
Prophet.
What's her name? Prophet?
Yeah.
So Prophet, does her thing in the ring with the sign. She goes to walk to the back. Not a juggalo, a hoe, and inappropriately touched her. Or the once. And she told this guy to stop it. And she eventually, like, I think broke free. But you can tell, I forgot which episode it was. You can see she was pissed. You can see it shot her storming.
Oh, all right.
And that guy deserves to get his ass kicked. I hope he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, on to the next one here. All right, I'm going to start this one. And I got to check on the cats downstairs here. So this was recent, and we were talking about this here. Tommy Dreamer, no longer with TNA Wrestling. Well, he revealed on Busted Open that he and TNA have mutually parted ways, ending a long run with the company. This was not just some quick appearance deal either. Dreamer had been working behind the scenes as part of the creative team and also had a major hand in talent relations.
Yep.
That makes the exit hit harder than a normal roster change. Dreamer had been around TNA for years, dating back to the AV 2.0 days in 2010, when the company leaned into his ECW connection with Hardcore Justice. He later kept circling back into the company in different roles before becoming one of the people helping steer things behind the curtain. Dreamer worked alongside Hunter and Delirious Johnson on the creative side and also had a hand in talent relations. That means he was involved in shaping the product and dealing with the locker room, not just making cameos for nostalgia pops. His departure also comes during a rough stretch of TNA exes. Tessa Blanchard is out of the company again after sources close to her claim she asked for her release and secured it. Steve Macklin also confirmed that he requested his TNA release before the company announced he and Myla Grace were gone, effective immediately. Macklin has spent 5 years with TNA, became a former world champion, and is already being linked to possible interest from WWE or AEW. So this is not happening in the vacuum. TNA has several notable names leave or ask out recently. And now Dreamer is gone from his backstage role too. Oh, that last one, sorry. There's no word yet on what Dreamer does next or how TNA plans to replace what he handled. Either way, this is a real shit for the company. Dreamer had history there, influence there, and it's that chapter is over now. The question is, what do you think of Tommy Dreamer leaving TNA during his latest wave of exits? Okay, so I don't know too much about Dreamer and TNA, so I'm unaware of what he did, like what he was responsible for, who he brought in, who he got rid of, what was his creative. I'm not familiar with TNA stuff with him, so I can't comment a whole lot. But I do find it interesting that all of a sudden this guy's been there for a long time and he's gone. And I think something's up because I did see a little bit of the press release. He was in tears.
I heard,
if it was a mutual decision to part, he would not be in tears. So I think something happened where he was upset about it. The question is what and why. So I'll be right back. Justin, I'll go to you to start everyone off. So go ahead and carry on the show.
Yeah, take your time, bro.
Well, I would say part of me thinks they're going to sell to WWE because, since Road Dogg got released not too long ago, there have been rumors of him becoming the new Tommy Dreamer, TNA. And plus, TNA has always been WWE like for the longest, since they become like the continuation of WCW in a way, until AEW took that role somewhat. But I get where Tommy's come from because I get where Mr. Dreamer's coming from because he's been there with TNA here and there after his ECW and WWE runs. But I do think they're selling to WWE whatsoever. That's just my 2 cents on that.
All right, who wants to go next?
Jerry,
plus, I have to go, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for letting me be on the show. Yeah, take care.
Hey, behave yourself, Justin. All right, let's see. I've known Tommy for a very long time. I've watched him in ECW, and he has a passion for wrestling. That's one thing you cannot deny him. I mean, that's why in ECW, he wanted to be kind of like the Ric Flair character, but without the title belt. So in a way, he's kind of Andre. He represents ECW, but doesn't need the belt to show it, even if they gave it to him. Because Heyman said he deserved at least even to have it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And if he's crying because he got fired, so obviously, you know, it's got to be some personal stuff there. See, I've been wondering, like, if WWE is going to treat TNA like they do NXT, just make it simply development, give it some TV time, give it some money. That's it. And I mean, that's my opinion. And I kind of suspect that TKO and some WWE corporate have some hand in this, because Tommy is the older style.
Yeah.
And I know they're trying to get away from that. Which is why I figured at some point in time, you know, Bruce Pritchard is going to be gone. Michael Hayes will be gone. Triple H will definitely be gone if we're lucky. We'll see how SummerSlam goes. But, of course, we talked about this. You know, we figured if WrestleMania flopped, he'd be out, and he got by. Because I forgot about the Night of the Champions was in Saudi Arabia. And that's where WrestleMania is going to be. Yay. You can hear the excitement in my voice. Because I'm so excited.
So excited.
So excited
Okay, I'm back.
for wrestling in WWE. So excited.
All right, Eric, what do you think about Tommy Dreamer leaving TNA?
Well, I mean, have you guys been seeing like everything that's been coming out?
You
About
can
him?
refresh
Oh, I
our
have.
memory.
So I mean, there's been a lot of accusations towards Tommy Dreamer in regards to that he didn't let certain female talent do hardcore spots. He would suggest them to do instead crotch grabs or boob grabs and stuff of that nature. And honestly, if this has to do with part of the reason why he got let go, I understand, because I mean, shit like that just don't fly. You know, you can't be telling fucking female talent to grab each other by the goddamn crotch. Like, that's just not okay. And it's a bit sexist as well. I mean, I can't even keep count of the amount of fucking female talent that do hardcore spots on a regular basis. Like, seriously.
Yep, Mickey Knuckles is one of them.
100%.
Yeah, not like the ECW days.
No, not at all. People are fucking pussies nowadays, honestly.
I mean, how often do you see a guy giving a long-term pile driver to a woman in the ring? I mean, you saw that quite a bit in ECW.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, naturally, WWE is going to shy away from that, especially with the outfits the women were wearing. And, you know, and Tommy was known for that. It's no secret. Because ECW, he'll come out and say this, always has been, always will be his favorite time in his whole wrestling career. Even with his now, you know, post stuff that he does.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you was there and watched it, you can understand it better. I mean, I watched ECW from 95 to 01. I loved it. And that's one of the reasons why I become a fan of JCW, because I see some similarities.
Right.
Who else do we got in here? Is Chris still here?
No, I don't think he is.
So it's just me, Eric, and Jerry. Yes, it is. Okay, so I guess I'll go. Tommy Dreamer no longer with TNA Wrestling. I think Jerry said it best. Where did Jerry go?
I have no idea, actually.
He must have. Oh, he's back. Where'd you go, Jerry?
Yeah, I got kicked off.
Oh man, sorry, man. I know that happens sometimes on the mobile version.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was sitting there talking, and all of a sudden, boom! I could see where the link was, and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's strange. You got timed out. but not unusual. That's happened to me too when I'm on
Yeah,
the mobile version.
Part of the game.
But honestly,
Pun
I agree
intended.
with everything you were saying about Tommy Dreamer. Like, he is one of those old school guys that probably,
Yeah.
you know, his time in the business, unfortunately, has come to an end as far
Yeah.
as, you know, I think he was a booker, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe there's another opportunity for him down the road. I don't think
'Cause-
he's a wrestling mind that you want to have in the locker room, not necessarily running things or the
Yeah.
guy in charge, but you definitely there's a place for him in the industry.
kind of like a guidance counselor.
Yeah, there's a place for him in the industry, you know, assistant coach kind of thing. Like, you know,
Yeah.
there's things he could do.
Because I mean, how much longer is Michael Hayes and Bruce Pritchard or Bruce Pritchard going to be around?
Right. Yeah. Those guys are
they
getting.
have some ideas, but how much longer is it going to work with this new style WWE?
Yeah.
And I mean, even Heyman's not going to be around forever, especially in his own physical shape. I mean, because I can remember when that guy was, you know, a flagpole was bigger than he was.
Yep.
'Cause I mean-
The checks got bigger, and so did Heyman's stomach.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember him as Paul E. Dangerously. When he used to carry that big ass cell phone, you know, that he used to crack Cornette's skull with.
I've seen it. I've seen the big phone.
Yeah, I saw that live when it first happened,
That's dope.
and I liked it. Despite the fact that Cornette said that, you know, Heyman actually hit him with it. And if you watch, they're both at fault. Cornette should have been maybe a couple of steps further back. He was too close. And of course, Heyman being the younger guy, you know, he was still learning. So, but it worked out, made for great TV, in my opinion. I mean, the suits were pissed off at Dusty over that. And that's what got him in trouble a short time later when he did the whole spike in the ice skit. And then that's when NWA said, you know, you're out. And he went to WWE and he became the common man with polka dots. He made it work.
He's just a common man.
Yeah. And he talked about tremendous booking skills. Dusty Rhodes. He's one of the people that helped created Starrcade. He's also the mastermind of War Games, the original War Games. And of course, he also trained the man we just mentioned, Paul Dangerously. Paul Heyman.
Yep.
Heyman one time snuck into a production meeting. Dusty caught him, drug him outside, and he goes, "You got 2 minutes to explain yourself." And Heyman admitted he panicked, but he went ahead and just told him the truth. He said, "I want to learn the business inside and out, and I want to learn from the best." He goes, "Yeah, I'm wrong for sneaking in." But he goes, "How much am I supposed to learn if no one gives me a chance?"
Yeah.
Dusty liked what he said, told him to get his ass back in there and get underneath that learning tree, baby.
And that's the
And
difference.
he did. He learned the ins and outs.
That's the difference between Paul Heyman, who put himself out there to get something out of this business, and he, in turn, he gave back the business 100 times. Paul Heyman, he's given as much as he's taken from this business. And what's really, really
Now, granted,
go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
Now, granted, I didn't care for what he said about Bobby Heenan. That pissed me off.
Oh, what did Tommy
Because
say?
in the history of wrestling, there'll be no manager like Bobby Heenan. I mean,
And
yeah,
Tommy
Paul
buried
Heyman
him?
would be the second coming. Oh, yeah. Heyman buried him.
Oh, Heyman buried
Because
him.
we did it. Heyman buried him, and it pissed me off royal. Because I remember Brandon led me right into it, and I lost it. I went into a Jim Cornette style tirade.
Dreamer out of TNA. Holy crap. What's going on, Alejandro? Yeah, this is a little dated now, but we're talking about it. But yeah, like, what was I going to say? There's a place for him in the industry. It's just not being the guy on top. And
Well, being a manager, it's lost its luster. It used to be a huge part of wrestling,
Yeah.
and now it's more like valets and bring in other superstars like Trick
Yeah.
Williams. He's got that rapper.
Yeah, like hype
John
man.
Cena. Yeah, John
Yeah,
Cena
you
did
got
the
hype.
same thing when he was the Rock's bitch, which of course that flopped. And
But I was gonna say, like with Paul Heyman, he snuck in there. Technically, it's trespassing, but he was looking for an opportunity. And there's a difference, versus like trespassing onto Rhea Ripley's property. You're not looking for a job opportunity. You're looking to do something bad to her.
Yeah, that's not
the
good.
difference. That's the difference. Like if you're looking to talk to Triple H because you need a job opportunity, like I don't think Paul Heyman would recommend running up on him, but it worked out for Heyman. It worked out for him.
Yeah, Heyman got lucky, really. And he'll be the first one. He'll be the first to admit it, early on, so he got his foot in the door. But, he credits, that's one of the reasons why Cody hangs out with Heyman is, Heyman told him some of the stories and some of the stuff him and his dad did.
All right, I'm listening. These headphones are wireless, so I'm just gonna feed my dog. Go ahead.
I mean, I know Eric knows what I'm talking about because we're both the old school guys.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because I mean, to me, in the top 5 bookers of all time, Dusty Rhodes has to be in there.
Yes.
I mean, along with Eddie Graham, who ran Florida, Dory Funk Sr., who ran his 2 sons, Dory Funk Jr. and Terry Funk. And we know their wrestling. If you know your wrestling, you understand their careers. And let's see, you had Paul Bosch. Fritz Von Erich was a hell of a promoter for a while. And even Vern Gagne.
Yep.
I mean, he ran the AWA from 1960 to 1991. Now, granted, the last 10 years it fell apart because he wouldn't change it enough. But, he was super old school.
Yeah. No, I know.
And, I mean, he did give us some hellacious wrestlers. I mean, he trained Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, Sergeant Slaughter. Let's see. He brought in Dusty with Dick Murdoch. They were known as the Texas Outlaws.
Yeah.
See, some people don't know that. Because, people think Dusty's been a hero whole career. No, he started out as a heel. Same as Hogan.
Yep.
And when he went to AWA, he became superhero.
Yep.
And that's what got Vince's attention. And Vince is like, oh, here's my meal ticket. I just got to steal him. I mean, buy him out from Vern. And, of course, Hogan and Vern were having issues over money because Vern wanted all of Hogan's money. And Hogan said, no, you get this, And Vern goes, well, guess what? You're going to win matches, but you're not going to win my title belt. And, Hogan was upset. He wanted to be world champ. Who doesn't? You get in this business, you want to be the man. And Vince was like, well, you know what? If you come to my organization, give me a month. I'm going to make you champ, and this is what we're going to do. And he laid out the whole takeover plans. Hogan loved it. The only problem was he didn't tell Vern. He just up and left.
Oh.
And Vern was pissed.
Well.
And here's the kicker. Out of all the AWA wrestlers that jumped ship, Mean Gene Okerlund did the same thing. He jumped ship. Tito Santana jumped ship. Jesse Ventura jumped ship. The only man that stuck out his contract, Bobby Heenan. He fulfilled his AWA contract, shook Vern's hand, jumped on the plane, went to New York. Everybody else, they all left early.
Damn.
And Vern was pissed, and he had a right to be. But part of it was Vern himself. He was trying to be super old school forever. And yet you can love wrestling like I do, but even I can see you got to make some small changes, and somehow you can still work the old style school in. I mean, case in point, Sami Zayn winning with the victory roll. How often do you see that done?
Never.
I mean, it's been at least good 20 years since I've seen that maneuver used in a WWE match.
Didn't we see Naomi win with a pin roll-up from behind?
True. True, that's a modified form of the victory roll, but I mean in a major championship match, and it shocked me when he did it, and I was like, oh, he'll kick out. 1, he'll kick out. 2. Then when I seen the referee's hand slap the mat, I literally jumped off my couch. I was like, wow. They finally pulled the trigger and they made Zayn champ. About fucking time. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but
No, I agree. He needed the win.
Yeah. I've been talking about this for months. They was going to give him one of the 2 belts, and I figured it was going to be the Universal title. See how he does. And I figured, like I said, this will push Cody over to Raw eventually. And eventually he'll go after Roman, or he may even go after Oba. Because I'm figuring Oba's going to go after Roman for SummerSlam. And what I have a feeling may happen, this is another theory I thought about. Brock Lesnar on night 1 will cost Oba the world title match. So they'll set up Oba and Brock for night number 2 main event. And Oba will get his revenge. And then they'll stretch it out to either Survivor Series or Royal Rumble. He'll get his rematch. That's my opinion. Because I'm pretty certain they're going to put the world title back on Roman, and he'll take on Cody next year at WrestleMania. I guarantee it. Because they need the WrestleMania main event, and hopefully it'll be. And if they're going to do this in Saudi, yeah, it makes sense. Because both wrestlers can still do it. It gives Cody a reason to try to come back and not be so damn stale. And all your super matches always usually end in 3s. The only exception was Cena and The Rock. They've only wrestled twice.
Yeah,
to my knowledge,
they split it.
Yeah, see, to my knowledge, there wasn't a Rock Cena 3. There was always talk about it. Never happened. I kind of thought maybe after WrestleMania 2 years ago that it could have led to something. When Cena helped interfere, and then The Rock flattened him till The Undertaker flattened him. Still classic. But,
Yeah, that was great.
That's my opinion. So
Well, we value your opinion over here. We appreciate that.
Even my esteemed Ohio colleague on the other side of me here, Mr. Eric.
Oh, you can see my dog snacking or having her dinner.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
and obviously Brendan's still feeding these cats.
Yeah, he said
500 of
he's
them.
almost done. He's almost done. He texted me.
He's got like 500 of them.
Jeez.
Damn Canadian.
Damn Canadian.
Blame Canada.
It's all Canada's fault.
Nah, he's a good guy. So there's some good Canadians out there. Yeah.
He's all right.
Because honestly, I was trying to think of the last full Canadian world heavyweight champion. It's been a while.
I guess Sami Zayn, right?
Well, I mean, really, since Bret Hart.
Is it Kevin Owens Canadian as well?
Yeah. But the only problem was he got injured. But like I said, hopefully Sammy will do well. I think he will. But the kicker is, will he stay fan favorite, or will they switch him heel, or will he just turn, or he be like Seth Rollins and start blaming people for this, start blaming people for that? And you seen how that turns him heel.
Yep.
Because when you're the champ, you're going to be desperate, and that's actually part of the magic. Because I mean, look at Flair. He's the dirtiest player in the game, and how often did he break the rules?
Right.
Same with Eddie Guerrero. How many times did he bring in a chair, throw at the opponent, and the referee sees him with the chair? That was the magic of Eddie Guerrero.
Mm.
And Sami Zayn should follow that suit.
Yeah, you should do a little dirty Dominic stuff,
Yeah. but yeah, that's my opinion. That's where you can still keep some old school and mix it with newer stuff. Because I mean, eventually, yeah, they got to start letting this younger talent have a shot. You know, Braun Breaker. I'd love to see him and Roman get into it. That'd be a hell of a match.
Yeah. And they've been teasing us, you know, like Breaker speared Roman at the Royal Rumble that one year.
Yeah.
They've been teasing it.
And I think I seen it on Instagram. It was after Raw. I actually got to see Oba and Breaker get into it in the ring.
Oh, yeah?
And that was rather impressive. Now, granted, Breaker kind of got the worst end of it, but and he and Seth Rollins celebrated in the ring, and I was like, well, that's a good thing this is, you know, on the non-televised part.
Right.
I mean, I'm not trying to completely knock down Oba, but it's just, I don't know. I just, we're saying nothing but nice things about Canada. You know, the weather, excellent hockey teams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't have good hockey teams. Besides my Iowa Senators. Weather's bipolar. You get what you get.
Well, we got the Saskas. That's some of the best things come out of Canada.
All right. So where we are we still on the Dream, or we're on the different one here?
We
we're on
kind
the
of
next
went into
one.
a Paul Heyman tangent because we was talking about booking and how you know Heyman learned everything from Dusty, and I say Dusty's in the top 5 greatest bookers of all time.
I'm trying to think if I want to be really want to go off on Paulina Heyman here. He set the
Well, I mentioned about the stuff that he said about Bobby Heenan because you was there when I lost it.
And you guys remember when I talked about the lawsuit that my friend was threatened and was going to say shit, and he couldn't say shit over opinions. And him just kissing ass with Triple H and fucking
Yeah. But Heyman's given a lot to the business, though. You can't take it away from him.
The only good thing I could say, back when he was a man that had a penis and a ball sack with cum in it, not vagina, he created ECW. The original ECW was good. SmackDown was good when he was the head writer for SmackDown. Yep. He has helped men and women in the business.
And at times, he's been a good manager.
And he's been, but however, he fucked over a lot of people in ECW with money. That affected him for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tommy Dreamer can vouch on that.
He's a shady businessman. He has lied to many people. He has scammed a lot of people. He is a backstabber. And he is a pussy for throwing lawsuits for opinions. And that's where my respect. The time I have left goes out the window. I always think ECW and SmackDown. Or exactly.
Well, like I said, I used to be a little bit of a Heyman guy, but then when I heard about and when Brandon showed me that footage of what he said about Bobby Heenan, that pissed me off royal.
Yeah,
what did he say exactly? What did he say?
He was saying Heyman was better than Bobby. Bobby is not in the top 5 greatest personalities of all time. That he was better than him, and he was comparing a fake wrestling stats like, "Oh, I managed more world champions." That's because you scripted them, Paul Heyman. Bobby Heenan.
And
sorry, Paul Heyman can't.
Heyman.
Bobby Heenan, not even close.
No, he cannot. Nobody can. When it comes to managers, Heenan is the absolute greatest, and people don't realize it. In the 70s, he was part of the AWA, and he managed Bockwinkel for his first 5-year title run.
Yeah.
And Vern Gagne loved him because they made a shitload of money. But of course, you know, the problem is this was back in the 70s, back when I was a little kid. And then, of course, in the 80s, you know, he was known for his feud versus Hogan. But what people don't realize, that started in the AWA.
Okay. That's right, he did,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because in the early 80s, Bockwinkel was still champ. Heenan was his manager. So when Vern brought in Hogan, you know, Hogan started out as a heel, but the fans started to love him. And I'll give Vern credit. He caught on. And that's when he made a deal with Hogan. He goes, you give me a little bit of your money, and I'll give you a run at the title. Hogan gave him a little bit. And that's where things started to go sour for them.
So didn't Vern want a larger portion? And Hogan told him
because Hogan went overseas and made all that money in Japan when he wore the black trunks with the Japanese lettering on them. And then he was
Gotcha.
selling Hulk E Mania t-shirts, not Hulka Mania, Hulk E
forgot about
Mania.
That's true.
That's when he
I forgot
started
about
that. And Vern's like, I want that money. And Hogan goes, no, you can go downstairs and suck it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's when Vern got pissed at him, and then that's when things went downhill. And boom, you know, Hogan jumped ship, which he had the right to do. He could have done it differently, but and you know, because
Correct.
McMahon's like, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that. You're going to get a jet plane. You're going to have all these TV deals. Because wrestling's going to go TV. We're going to go global. The territory system is dead. And Hogan's like, you know what? I'll take the money. I got a family. And
Yeah,
January
fair enough.
23rd,
That's great.
1984, history
Hulkamania
changed
form.
in 8
Absolutely.
minutes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
8
Now, this
minutes.
next one I'm going to bring up here, this is going to be an interesting one of who we're associated with here. And I agree with Chavo Guerrero here. He's calling out wrestling fans for hating matches because of their brand. So Chavo has seen plenty of wrestling companies come and go, and he does not understand why some fans act like they have to pick one side and hate everything else. During a recent appearance on Gabby AF, Guerrero talked about the current wrestling landscape and the amount of crossover that exists with today. With WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, AAA, and independent promotions all giving fans different options. Guerrero made it clear that he sees that as a good thing for the business. The conversation turned toward the idea of major crossover matches, including a scenario where the WWE champion could defend against the AEW champion. That led to a bigger point about wrestling fans and how some of them refuse to enjoy anything outside of their favorite promotion. What Chavo had to say. I don't understand that. Why people do that? I get that you have people like WWE more, AEW more, whatever, but wrestling's wrestling. I don't like when fans criticize somebody else just because they don't like the brand. It was a damn good match.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was on TNA, in New Japan, AAA. I don't care if it was an indie show. If it was a good match, it's a damn good match. There's people like John Cena who is only a WWE guy. If people who like other organizations, they don't like John Cena. Like, why? Because he never wrestled in AEW or TNA or whatever. If you put something good match, you put something good match. There's a reason why people really love Rey Mysterio. It's because he's gone other places. He came from different places. So he's got his fandom. People love him. Probably not just for his matches, but for him wrestling other places. So Chavo may uses MJF as an example, pointing out that WWE fans should not dismiss him just because he's an AEW guy. Chavo says, but guys like MJF. MJF is really an AEW guy. So don't hate on him when you're a WWE person. He's pretty damn good. He's great. End quote. You know, I support Chavo Guerrero then here. Okay, for example, I'm BCW through and through. But if you guys remember when we were watching WrestleMania Night 1, I put over the Seth Rollins Gunther match. I did. I liked it.
Yeah, I did too.
Like, just because WWE may not be my favorite promotion now, like, if I like something, I'm going to put it over, whether it's a match or a segment. Say, if I see AEW I like whether it's a match or a segment, whatever, I'm going to put it over. At the end of the day, if something is good, I'll put it over. If I don't care if I don't care. If I don't like it, I don't like it. And that's where I agree with Chavo Guerrero. You like what you like. Like, you don't have to, just like everything with brand. If you see something that's not on your favorite promotion and you enjoy it, put it over. Say, hey, I like this match. Hey, I like this character. For example, I wish I got her name. In OVW, Alcino has this female. She plays like a psychotherapist where she thinks she's helping you, but she's not. She's a killer. And I think it's awesome. Like, I like this character. Like, I've seen a psycho female therapist before, and I put it over. Just because it's not a JCW, I'm not going to give her props. If I like it, I'm going to put it over. And that's lost art. Honestly, lost art. I think that's just lost in many wrestling fans today, in my opinion. They can't appreciate stuff they like in other promotions. It's ride or die. If this is not my promotion, I don't like it. It sucks.
I mean, case in point, look at what I thought was the best match of Night of the Champion, Breaker and Seth Rollins. That was the best match of the whole entire card. And that was an old style classic. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Is Eric back, by the way? I forgot to ask about that.
I don't think he's back yet.
Okay. So I want to get his take on it since he's with NWA and Exodus. So Tommy, we'll go to you then on what Chavo Guerrero was saying.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of pro wrestling in this world to be experienced, and you're not going to get everything in one promotion. So you got to watch all of them. You know, you don't need to watch all of them, but I think if you don't like something, you're going to like something else. You know?
Absolutely. Like how I say back in the day, like Monday Night War, for example, WCW had the better in-ring wrestling. They had the better roster for that.
Yeah.
Well, WWF was more soap opera. So it's like if you like in-ring wrestling, you'll like WCW more. If you like the drama, you'll like WWF more. If you like a hybrid of the two, you'll like ECW. Like,
Yeah.
It has something in each company that
Yeah.
whoever is your flavor of tea, you go to that company. I feel like now, I'll say the problem with wrestling today, in my opinion, Alien Cat Myers, the problem with wrestling today is many companies are the same. And what do I mean by that? Maybe the same structure, maybe the same type of matches, maybe the same vibe. Nothing really original to different companies. I feel like that is a problem in today's wrestling, in my opinion. That's for
Yeah,
Chavo.
I agree.
And as for Finn, okay, I went on the tangent earlier, and I want to do it again about these marks there. And Jerry, we can talk about because it aired. There were people that were bitching about how Caleb Colley won the JCW belt off cocaine.
Yeah.
Okay, since you've been watching wrestling longer than us, it doesn't take a rocket science to know good guys can't win all the time. Bad guys can't win all the time. There's got to be a fine balance.
Yeah, there's a balance.
And you can't always have clean finishes. A clean
Nope.
finish is a period at the end of a sentence.
That's too boring.
Yeah, like unless it's done, let's say final match is done. Okay, it's done. Clean finish, fine. But if you need a story to keep going, something needs to happen. It took 4 people and a bat to the head to put cocaine down. So cocaine was protected. You need to lose clean. Caleb Colley is a heel. Heels do cheat. Like look at Flair, look at Hogan. Heels cheat.
Oh yeah,
And
big time.
an arc for cocaine to go on the journey to get revenge against Stephen Flo and eventually go back after Caleb Colley. That drove me nuts. And this is where the Meltzers, the Kellers, the Saps, and all these retards in the IWC have poisoned the minds of fans thinking there should be clean matches all the time, but they don't understand
Yeah.
that you're a fan, you're supposed to watch it like a show. I want to go on a tangent.
That
It's not
makes wrestling too boring, too
Yeah.
predictable.
Exactly. But then again, what do we know, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What,
32 years. What the hell do I know?
right? Okay, we talked about that one. Okay, now this one, because TNA's Slammiversary is tomorrow. My understanding. So
You back, Eric?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
Eric.
I got your take on that one.
Um,
About Chavo Guerrero. Were you there for that one?
yeah, I was still here.
Oh, I didn't know you're here. Okay, let's get your take on it. About what Chavo Guerrero was saying, how wrestling fans should just enjoy wrestling, and if you like something on other promotions, that's not your favorite. That's totally fine. You don't have to hate it because it's not your favorite promotion.
I mean, yeah, he's right. Like
I
you don't
agree.
have- like you don't have to be a constant hater on other promotions just because you don't like what they're pushing out. You know what I mean? He's correct in saying that it ends up hurting the business in a whole because I mean by you bitching about other companies on a regular basis that makes them look bad and it makes people uninterested in wanting to watch wrestling, period.
Something. You know, this one, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, Slammiversary for TNA is tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm glad I have this article right before Slammiversary because this is a rumor innuendo I've been hearing that is Road Dogg really going to TNA and take over Tommy Dreamer's spot. So, let's see here. All right, so let's talk about what the WWE thinks about him possibly working in TNA. So the TNA has been moving fast after Dreamer's exit as head of creative. It was reported that Delirious is currently expected to become the lead creative voice, keeping things in-house as the company heads towards Slammiversary, while it is also noted that Road Dogg is being considered as Dreamer's possible replacement. According to Meltzer Magoo in his Ask Life newsletter, Brian James has also been talking with TNA officials. The interesting part is that people knew discussions were happening, but not everyone knew what role he was being considered for. So the Goblin had this to say. It was known that Brian James and TNA officials were talking, but nobody knew it was Dreamer's position he was going to take, only that he would be added to the team. That makes the situation a little less simple than Road Dogg. Just replacing Dreamer outright, Delirious may be the point person, but TNA can still add more voices to the creative team, and Road Dogg is one name that's been discussed. So, one person at WWE noted to me that James was very fundamental style booker, which would do that product a lot of good. He's enthusiastic when he deals with talent, which is also a positive. So, okay, I'm in the middle. If this is true, we'll know tomorrow probably about Road Dogg going to TNA. Okay, on one hand, I defended him when the Unreal came out for season 2. He was the scapegoat, and you see him, he was pushing back against Triple H and the Chelsea Green situation.
Yep.
So this is where I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Maybe if he decides to go back to wrestling, because he did say, if you guys remember, back in February, he was gonna be a grandpa. Well, the reason why he left was he had money, but he never had time to spend it, and he wanted to spend time with his grandkids. So that's one part of me thinks it's not true because he said that, or is he want to set that, or maybe have some time away. Maybe I'm thinking maybe a scene will be different. Maybe a change of direct location might be something that I would be interested in.
Yeah.
That could be. But this is where I'm going to be on the other side. I gotta be fair here. What can Road Dogg offer TNA that is different than we was in the WWE, and what can he bring to the table that can help the company grow?
Booking that is an absolute shit.
Think so?
I mean, the guy has a very creative mind, and he was a big part of WWE creative when he was a part of the company. Now, when Tommy Dreamer took that creative role in TNA, he had no background in it whatsoever. So I feel like putting someone in that role now that has the background in it, I feel like that would be an immense help to TNA.
Okay. I feel like what he could, like, in my opinion, what he can help TNA do, especially with the young women and the boys back there, is promos. I think he can help their promos,
Mm-hmm.
especially producing the back. I feel like if he's going to be a producer, I think he'll be good at that. So, Jerry, what are your thoughts on Road Dogg possibly joining the TNA creative team?
Yeah, I say give him a chance. We'll see how he does.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, on certain levels, he has a more expansive mind even than Tommy. Of course, he got a chance to work with bigger companies with more money too, so that helps.
That's true. Tom, we'll go your thoughts on the Road Dogg possibly joining TNA's creative team tomorrow if this is true.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a place for these veterans in the industry. Wait, my lighting looks weird as fuck because I just turned off one light, so this one's way too bright.
Oh,
hold on.
It's that haircut.
It is not that bad, Jerry. Okay. All right, there we go. It's a little dark now, but whatever.
you're good. Yeah, go ahead.
I think Road Dogg's got a place in the industry. If he wants to be another booker at another company, he should be given the opportunity. At least an interview, At least a job interview.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if this is true, if he wants to get back in it and give TNA a try, because if y'all remember, TNA did give him a second career after he got fired from the WWE in 2001. Like, he was, BG James. He was turned heel, joined Russo Sports Entertainment Stream Group, became a babyface with Conan and R-Truth and the 3 Live Crew. Then the Voodoo King Mafia with him and Billy Gunn. Like, he was part of some memorable stuff in TNA, and it kept him going and gave him a second career in wrestling. So it could be a possibility at the end of the day. If he wants to do it, makes him happy, by all means, wish him the best of luck, and hopefully it's a success. Now, speaking of TNA, another TNA rumor innuendo that's been going around. Sailing. Could there be a possible sale happening? And there's a lot of rumor innuendo if they're going to sell or not, and who's interested and who's not. So I didn't hear. So a rumor last
That would be
week
something.
started is WWE gonna, since they are in partners with TNA, are they interested in buying TNA because the library and their partnership with them? The rumor innuendo has come out that WWE is not interested in buying TNA. And I actually do agree with this article. One of the rare times I got a fucking this is not saying no good. Anyway, so sports journalist Blake Abaddon, I'm sure I said that wrong. WWE sources pointed to Anthem's debt as the big issue why WWE would not be interested in buying TNA. So Blake had this to say. Multiple WWE sources indicate the toxic debt on Anthem's books is the primary reason WWE is viewed as a buyer for TNA. WWE already has the TV reach, audience, and talent pipeline TNA would offer. Taking on that debt, plus a TV deal with AMC that WWE would have fully control, makes an acquisition far less attractive than simply poaching talent or licensing the library outright. Then, okay, who says? Oh, the Goblin. Fuck me. Okay, so the Goblin had this to say about the situation. I mean, as far as like what's going to happen, you know what I mean? There's a deal in there where they made the working agreement, part of the working agreement is if WWE wants to buy them, they can buy them. There's a set price and everything of what they'll pay for. Fuck, this grammar English is so bad. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Matt Hardy also then shut down the idea of TNA is about to be sold to WWE. So Matt had this to say. So financially, TNA is okay. We're not about to be bought by WWE right now. I know that's the rumor. I think down the road in a few years that could happen. Whatever. But right now, that is not happening. We're actually going the opposite direction. We're actually saving money. Okay, so I do tend to believe Blake's report here. Because one thing, Anthony does have debt, but one thing he forgot to mention was TKO's debt. Because I don't think that would be another reason why WWE would buy a TNA, because we have debt on their own. That means they're taking more debt for TKO's pockets and Anthem's debt as well. And that's another reason why I don't see this being a thing. So I tend to agree with Blake and Matt Hardy. However, there's one person I can see buying TNA in the near future, and that's Tony Khan, because of the MyAEW stream. Because if he can buy TNA and that library, and he can add that onto his streaming deal thing there, I think that will help people to get subscriptions and check out older TNA and current TNA. I can see that happening, in my opinion. Eric, I want to go to you. Your thoughts on this rumor window, and who do you see buying TNA if they end up selling? Oh, sorry. All right, welcome back to him. All right, Jerry, I'll go to you then.
Oh wow. See, I always thought WWE was going to buy TNA and turn it into another version of NXT.
I thought that too years ago.
And I mean, pretty much just let it slowly, not so much die on the vine, but just stay, I wouldn't say stagnant, but just on a constant level, like NXT. You bring a wrestler in, let him be popular on there for a little bit, let him learn, and then boom, move him up to the main roster.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
kind of like what ECW did with WWE in the late 90s.
Yeah. And then if an NXT wrestler fails and a TNA wrestler gets a shot. So at least they got a 50-50 chance of having some kind of major success.
Yeah. I actually like that. It would be, in a way, if done right, a second farming system, in a way. And it could be a good backup for NXT if they need more talent.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it like that, actually. Yeah, I like that. I do. Tommy, let's go to you, my friend.
So this is Matt Hardy talking?
So Matt was last. So Matt basically saw Matt Hardy's quote. He's saying they're not selling to WWE. They're doing okay right now. They're going the opposite direction. But he made the comment, I do see us possibly in a few years.
Yeah, well, even Tony Khan said I would buy it, but not for $50 million. So
That's
there's
how
a
much
market.
traffic.
There's a market out there, but they're not gonna get what they want.
No, but if I remember, didn't Vince McMahon buy WCW for like $2 million, like something cheap? Like, here, let's see here. So I'm curious. How much? So I heard Jericho made a joke that he could have bought WCW. Let's see here.
Mm.
4.2 million. Okay, so I was off. Okay, so
That's still
and
kind of cheap.
it is cheap in terms of Vince McMahon's thing there. And what would Tony Khan say? He would not pay 50 million for a acquisition for TNA because that's too high. I don't blame him on
I
that.
thought it was 50 million.
Oh, 15 million?
No, I mean 50 million.
Oh, 50 million. Yeah, that's too high. So I would agree with him on that. Like I would say a respective number that I can see
Okay.
Tony agreeing on, maybe 10, 5 to 10 million roughly.
Because on some levels, it's too bad NWA don't have the money, because they could reconnect with TNA.
Yeah.
Now,
That's how it was. NWA TNA from 2002 to 2006.
Meow.
That finally got him, yeah. I just skipped you, motherfucker. I didn't know you were gone.
Yeah, no, my bad. I'll give up on. I'll talk about this, and then I'm actually gonna hop off just because I'm tired.
Yeah, we're finishing up anyway, so go ahead.
All right.
Your thoughts on this rumored window of WWE not being interested in buying TNA, and who do you see buying TNA if they end up selling?
If TNA ends up selling, I really can't think of anyone that would logically want to buy TNA.
I think Tony
Just-
Khan.
Not
Yes.
not even Tony. Like there is no. They have lost so much money in the last few years.
It's also
And-
true.
That's true, yeah.
They're in so much debt, and think about it, whoever ends up taking on that company is going to be taking on that debt. That
Yep.
debt is now going to be their responsibility.
Yep.
And then the fucking owners of Anthem are saying that $40 million is an undersell for them. Bro, you are lucky if you get $1 million for TNA. Like
Good
the
point.
fact that people are actually considering giving you multiple millions of dollars for it, like you should be grateful.
Yeah, sell.
And I can tell you right now, it will not be NWA. Billy has never had a good relationship with TNA. Well, he used to back in the day.
Yeah.
But then Dixie fucked him. Yeah. And so
Really bad.
Oh, really fucking bad. Bro, there's a reason why like Dixie Carter is one of the most hated people in the wrestling industry. There's a reason.
I've never heard that.
Not
I've heard,
surprised.
I've heard X-Pac say she nice lady, but she's like a head in an ostrich and a head in the sand. Nice
Yeah.
lady, but have nothing to do with the wrestling business.
Yeah, she has no idea about the wrestling business whatsoever. So that's that was the reason why that whole relationship ended up falling through, was because Dixie fucked him. And I don't see him ever having interest in TNA ever again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
For
plus,
those that
No
don't know,
offense, plus, no offense, we're doing better than TNA right now.
That's
good.
also true.
That's awesome. I do want to make it clear for those that don't know. And Billy talked about this with Russo, and Eric, you can help me fill in if I forget something. So a while ago, before Billy Corgan bought the rights to it, him and Dixie Carter were in talks of Billy buying the company.
Mhm.
And we're talking about money, when the deal is going to happen, who's going to stay where, who's going to run this and that. Like, it was nearly done. And Billy was under the impression, okay, this is going to be my company, let's finalize this deal. So he thought everything was all good. He was ready to go and finalize this deal. Then this is where I get my wish-wash information from, Aaron. This is where you might need help me here. Something happened where Dixie, took it off the table or made some last decisions they agree with. This is where I don't remember. I made Billy say, "Fuck you, I'm not doing it." He left.
I don't know the exacts of what happened. But what I can say is that it got to the point where Billy just lost all interest in wanting to work with TNA completely.
But the thing from Billy's end, obviously I never met the guy, but from Billy's end, I can understand that. Sure, people say, "Oh, he's bitter. It was years ago." Fair argument, but at the same time, I don't blame him for holding that resentment because he was promised and by this company technically, and he got royally fucked over. And it's kind of hard for a businessman like Billy Corgan to forget how he got fucked over in a business deal that he thought that he had. So I don't
Right.
blame Billy for being resentful for TNA and how he got burned. At the same time, I can see the argument. Some people might call him bitter, go after him. I'm in the middle, but I'm more leaning towards Billy. Like I don't blame him. I feel like
Yeah,
fucking.
no.
I
He ended up getting the better. He ended up missing a whole fucking spiel of problems. It seems like because, like I said, TNA hasn't really been having that great of a time lately, even with their TV deal right now with AMC, and we're over here thriving. Like I'm not just trying to fucking brag, but like our numbers are going up.
Got facts. 250,000 I saw on an episode. That's more than TNA.
Yeah, we're staying averaging
happy for
that,
that.
and we're staying averaging those numbers every single fucking weekend now.
I love it.
And
Good shit. Congratulations. Good shit.
thank
I like
you.
that.
And I know the numbers now are just going to continue to go up with the fact that we just secured this deal with Tubi. So we're starting to corner people. That's all I gotta say is people need to stop.
And that's all that matters.
People need to stop doubting the NWA, thinking that we're not going to be a threat.
Yeah. Give
We
it
might
time.
need to do an alliance between our respective promotions. I think they kind of are, just from who we have on the both shows. But might need to make it official there. So we need to have hard people talk if we can. Wink, wink.
Yeah, no, I got you. But hey, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm
Give us your
fucking tired.
plugs. Plugs.
Oh yeah, plugs.
Yeah, not your hair plugs.
Go over to nationalwrestlingalliance.com. Check out the website. Go to nwaliveevents.com. Buy tickets
For NWA 78 coming up on July 25th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Natty Neidhart will be in action. Who against?
Ooh.
I do know, but I'm not allowed to tell you yet.
Oh, Natty's coming, guys.
Yeah, Natty Neidhart.
I saw that. I saw your post.
I did
That's
not
a
know
big
that. That's
deal.
awesome.
That's a big deal.
Shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
I know who she's facing. I just cannot say who it
Fair
is yet
enough.
because the match has not been announced yet.
Yeah, yeah.
He buys
That's
out
right.
next week, though. I will say that.
Nice.
Tickets are already 65% sold, so you're probably going to want to buy them soon. Also, coming back to Tampa Bay.
Good.
Sorry, I was drinking some water.
Said
Coming back
Bay?
to Tampa Bay. Double TV taping for NWA Power, NWALiveEvents.com. You can buy your tickets off there for that. Go to NWAmerch.shop, buy some shirts, buy some fucking hoodies, go buy a beer koozie. I don't know, buy some shit. Tommy, I'm going to kill you.
Dude, this is taking a while.
Hey, I said let's get
RespectToCombat.com. Go check out all of our latest interviews. Check out our latest news. Also, there's a link on there where Tommy is selling feet pics on OnlyFans.
Yes,
He's
I
50%
am.
off right now.
now. Link
I mean-
now. He's Check at gmail.com.
Yeah, help him out. You know, the dude's got to pay rent. And oh god, yeah, free preview, guys.
Where's
And
Randy?
of
Orton?
course, JCW Lunacy every Thursday. Make sure you check it out. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, YouTube.
So thank you. Well, Eric, we'll talk to you later, my friend. Have a good
Later,
night,
Eric.
family.
Love ya.
Love
Later,
you.
love you guys too.
Take
I'll
care.
talk to y'all later. Bye.
Later. Okay, so Tommy, I see you have a video here, and
So
this is the video Vince reacted to, and I didn't know this was a thing until this morning while having my coffee.
so Vince reacted to what I'm about to show you.
Yep, but it's a new video. I can't show it live. Off air, I can.
Okay. Well, we'll
My
watch it
guidelines.
and we'll give our own opinion. So this is Paul Heyman on the Chris Van Vliet show, or Van Vliet, however the fuck you say his name.
And fillet, that's what I've heard. Like fillet, like fish fillet. That's what I've heard.
So this is about what fans don't understand. Hold on, let me find the timestamp.
I'm just zooming in here so I can see. Okay, we got zooming in. How they help Superstars Alliance.
What fans don't understand about booking a show.
Educated.
All right. So, Jerry, you've seen this for 30 years, so I'm curious for your opinion. And of course, Brandon,
Okay.
I want your opinion as well.
All right, let's see.
And valued decision. And he's the best at.
Fans feel like they know so much right now, especially because all of this information is constantly in our pocket. They feel like they could book this show better than anybody. What do wrestling fans not understand about putting together a wrestling show?
That it's not
Let's say
about
something
the
there.
immediate moment.
Just right off the bat.
You asked me before what I do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay, I can answer that question for him. And I agree. And I heard Cornette say this, Bischoff say this, and Russo said this. And what many fans don't understand right away is contracts, scheduling, drama,
Mm-hmm.
politics, creative control. Like there's many things a lot of fans
Logistics.
don't understand. The only thing you can do, you can write down stuff on paper, but this is when you have to be communicated with the upper ups who can make it, who you
Yep.
got,
Yeah.
How
what's the
to
contract.
how to deal with bruised egos and ruffled feathers.
Yep. So at the end of the day, I know we all have fantasy book before in our lives. We all have. I'll be the first one to admit, like it's something I enjoy doing. Hell, even I don't fully understand how it goes. I just know the basics. Like, there's a lot to just I can't just write, okay, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Punk puts Roman over. That's thinking, okay, the egos, okay, we gotta come up how we're gonna protect Punk. We gotta like think so much things to work with this. That's one thing off the bat many fans don't understand. There's just more to it than writing down on paper. But yeah, go ahead. Let's fuck you so fat. Look at that chin. I mean, just give
so-
it one.
Well, I watched this, and he basically says before I play it, he's like, "You have to serve many masters. You have
And
to
that's the
serve the
problem.
audience. You have to serve the people paying your bills. You have to serve the network. You have to serve a lot of people." And so let's continue.
In WWE, I do not go into the weekly television meeting. I don't get into that level of micro anymore. I stay very macro. I attend the long-term meeting. The long-term creative meetings, I take the ride up to Stamford and I sit in on those meetings and love those days. My latest obsession has been, let's book out Saudi Mania. Let's get that done.
So you're already looking at that now.
Oh, I'm looking at the year after Saudi.
Wow.
If it was up to me, and
Yeah.
it's not, let's start there. We'll change it every week if we have to. We'll change it every time we meet. But let's get something that we're building towards. Let's write
Makes
the last
sense.
page now. And then let's build towards it. I would love to know what we're doing the year after Saudi at WrestleMania. I'd love to have a concept for that. Who is Roman Reigns' opponent then? Who's CM Punk's opponent then? Who's Logan Paul's opponent then? Who's Braun Breaker's opponent then? Who's Seth Rollins' opponent then? Jade Cargill's, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. What are we building towards? Because if we know that and we have a concept for that, then it makes Saudi Mania really easy. It's not about, oh, you know what I would do this Monday? Okay, but how does that affect the next Monday? How does that affect what I want to do in January? How does that affect the Royal Rumble? How does that affect Saudi Mania? How does that affect what I want to do the year after? Here's an example. Right now, we have lined up for Crown Jewel, the trilogy.
Right now with the current champions, you mean?
The champion on Raw is Roman Reigns.
Yes.
Champion on SmackDown is Cody Rhodes.
I see. Yes.
It's 1-1.
Yeah.
If they both retain the titles all the way to Crown Jewel,
Yeah.
we get the trilogy at Crown Jewel.
Right.
What an enormous main event. What a prestigious main event. What a historic main event for Crown Jewel. You want to sell Crown Jewel? You want that to be one of the biggest PLEs of the year? You want that to be a hot ticket, both in terms of selling tickets and on the secondary market? Put the trilogy match there.
Yeah.
Wow. What a main event. What an attraction for Crown Jewel. Let's say we don't want to give it away.
I see where you're going here.
Let's say we want to do that in Saudi.
WrestleMania 43.
Let's say we don't want to do that at WrestleMania 43. Let's say we want to make them wait another year. What will be WrestleMania 44? Will that be the tribal chief Roman Reigns against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes? Will that be a return to villainous tribal chief, head of a new bloodline, Roman Reigns, against the hopeful, come from behind, against all odds, virtuous American Nightmare Cody Rhodes? Will that be the first WrestleMania of a villainous Cody Rhodes against my righteous tribal chief Roman Reigns? What would that look like? Well, I can't get to that by Saudi, but I can by the next year. Maybe I just want to pull that trigger for that trilogy in Saudi at WrestleMania. Maybe I want to build up Crown Jewel so big that I place that main event there and I end the trilogy at Crown Jewel. Maybe I look at all these main events that I can get to. Well, what will the main event be? Saudi Mania. Will Brock Lesnar be involved? Will Obafemi be involved? Will Trick Williams be involved? Will Randy Orton be involved? Will Javon Evans be involved? Will Braun Breaker, Austin Theory, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Rhea Ripley? Who's going to be involved? Well, I look at that dynamic. I don't need this match for WrestleMania 43 or even WrestleMania 44. You know where I need it? I need it for the Royal Rumble. Let's do the trilogy match at the Royal Rumble. So therefore, either Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes or neither can be champion going into Crown Jewel. I need to move one or both of these championships around and offer something different to be big box office at Crown Jewel so that I can then present the trilogy at the Rumble where I need it, at Saudi Mania where
What up, John? He said he's just filling time naming stars.
Okay, he's saying okay, I'll give the Walrus this. He is saying the right things, but in terms of how they structure the shows, it does not look like that. He's just saying that, the execution, it's horrendous.
Yeah.
However, the only way this could work, it's a huge issue. You don't need 30 goddamn writers. If it's a smaller crew, then this is where they can actually do what he's saying.
Yeah.
So he's saying the right things, but behind the scenes, how it's structured, it's not happening. And how they present it to the public, not even close. He's only saying this for two reasons. Number one, to make himself smarter than he is, which he's not. Maybe a little bit left in him from his older self before he became a woman. The second, to give the impression that everything's all hunky-dory when it's not. It's divided because you got TKO getting involved and you got these people not liking it. So it's not hunky-dory, not finding Danny, and it's not working. Like I said, what he's saying is right, but their execution is horrendous because of their structure of that company.
Nice pause face. Hey, John, what do you think of your anime face here?
Right. Oh, you're showing fucking that. Like Paul Heyman was zoomed in.
What do you think of your anime face, Jerry and John?
I love mine. I look like Sid
I love it.
You like it?
I love it.
They made John look like super hot. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, like I said, I fuck him. Even though I'm like, hey, I fuck him.
I look defeated by the world.
You look like the replacement singer for Warrant. Brandon.
I like it's just without the fucking glasses. Well, with the glasses, I should say.
The Dynamic one's good too.
I look like a fat Chinese boy, so.
Okay, I think I'm just looking at my topics. Yeah, that's all I had.
All right, let's finish this video. If I think we're almost done here. There's a couple minutes left.
We'll wrap it up here.
I want it at WrestleMania 44, where I've made you wait long enough to get maybe SummerSlam next year at a stadium. All these factors, because when you decide to do something, it takes away everything else that you can possibly do. All your options then are removed from the table because you made the decision, this is the way we're going to do it. I can book, I can write, I can be the best booker of all time. Here's what you do on Monday night. Hey, thank you very much. And what's the follow-up? And what are the ramifications of that decision? And what equity does it take off the table that I can never go back to because you're giving it away this Monday night?
So what you're saying is a lot of times we see something play out on a Monday or on a Friday that actually will have a payoff a month from now, maybe 6 months from now, perhaps even longer?
The first thing you learn in chess, look at the whole board. What's the first thing you learn when you start to learn how to drive? Never look right in front of you. Look as far down the road as possible. All these analogies in life play out.
It's got a point.
If you're just doing the chess moves, rook to knight 3, okay. It's hot shot. It's short term. It's narrow casting. I want to broadcast. I want to have a long-term plan here. I want tomorrow to have more box office than today, and 2 days from now to have more box office than tomorrow.
Rewind.
And I can't
Rewind.
do that.
Rewind. Keep going. One more. Stop. Okay, listen to what he says here. Go ahead.
Okay. It's hot shot. It's short term. It's narrow casting. I want to broadcast. I want to have a long-term plan here. I want tomorrow to have more box office than today, and 2 days from now to have more box office than tomorrow. And I can't do that if I'm doing knee-jerk reactions to what just happened this past Monday, this past Friday, or at the premium.
All right, stop. That alone explains one of the downfalls for WCW during the Monday Night.
Mm-hmm.
They were always, well, I should rephrase that. Bischoff and them were always focused on beating Raw in the ratings.
Yep.
It's always how. That's why
Not micromanaging.
people would say, "Oh, the Nitros are kick ass." The pay-per-views might have moments, but they're not kick ass like Nitro, because they were so dead on focus of always beating Raw in the ratings instead of doing that. That is the issue that WCW went down in. And I'll give Paul Heyman credit there. He described it perfectly. And I feel like if WCW did it the other way, I think they would survive a little bit longer. For example, Goldberg and Hogan. Great match, great moment, but it was given on free TV. Can you imagine if Bischoff properly built that shit instead of giving it a free Nitro, build it to Starrcade or Halloween Havoc? That would have been big box office for WCW. It would.
Yeah.
So hot shotting once in a blue while, if you have a plan to go with the hot shot, not a bad idea to get people talking and talking, but you don't want a hot shot all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or else then what? That's where he is saying the right things. I do agree with him on this. You don't want to blow your load. You don't.
Yeah.
And as Russo said, we have 52 weeks in a year. Okay, we're gonna do week 17. We're gonna do week 42.
Right.
So I think that's another problem. I didn't think of that until you said it. Fans don't really think. They'll have an idea for Monday. It's like, okay, now what? How are we going to steer this to the next show? How are they going to go do a U-turn to go back to Monday? How are we going to back up and just go to Friday? And that's another thing. Other people plan. They just book matches and quick scenarios.
But I think
it helps.
He's kind of discrediting the fans, because I think most people would agree with this. But then, like, the casuals, they don't even get it. So we're not even going to ask them, But I think most fans would agree, yeah, you can't just book something overnight. That you can't just make Oba family champion right now, because we need him for the next 10 years. And we need him for the next year,
That's my train. Oh, I was going to say, one thing does help with booking. Start with the pay-per-view card. So what month are in? I'll go in July, for example. Let's say hypothetically, July was fully loaded. For example, you book up your card that you want to do for your pay-per-view, then you book backwards to build to that pay-per-view. This is what we're going to do to build for this angle. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do to build this angle on the shows. That way we can then announce it. Then it's properly set up for the pay-per-view. You work
That's
backwards.
smart. Where'd you get that method?
Russo taught me that. I've asked that. Like, how do you book?
That'll help me in WWE 2K with my career.
And that's what Russo said. Him and Ed, they get the pay-per-view. They write down what they should do for the pay-per-view. Then they go backwards. Yes, there are times due to either maybe a rating or something happens, Vince McMahon was always willing to change direction or go to plan B.
Mm.
But that always helps. It helps to have a goal. However, this is where he's a booker, a wrestling booker, not really tunnel vision writer here. It doesn't. Okay, I disagree with having the long-term goal. It helps, but this is where people like him, Pritchard, Hayes don't really think of. Let's say you have a big angle you want to build for 9 months. 9 months. Now you got to think, okay, are the ratings going to show that this is working? What happens if they get hurt? What contract issues? What if someone quits? What if someone gets fired? What if someone refuses to do business? So this is where a huge gamble of planning ahead. You almost kind of want to do week to week and month to month.
Yeah.
Because of those reasons alone. It doesn't help to have a long-term goal to slowly work for, but you don't want to say, okay, in January we got to do this, and we're going to start doing it now in late June. Okay, but what happens? Someone gets hurt, and you don't have a backup plan. Then what? You just wasted all that time. You don't have a backup plan to help save this angle.
Yeah.
Okay, what if the guy quits? Okay, who are you going to have? That's where you got to be careful. Yes, everyone has their own way of booking and writing, but there are things you really have to think about.
All right, let's watch one more minute.
Yeah, we'll call it here.
There has to be a long-term plan. There has to be an overall arc that we're trying to achieve, and we have to at least be cognizant of what could possibly be next after this story runs its course.
So I've been seeing a lot of comments.
All right, that was a video.
And that's what I was just saying too about long term. It doesn't hurt to have a goal, but it's a gamble. A big gamble. Oh, there's phone crash. Okay. Hey, so I guess
Yeah, he said sugar tank dropping off.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. It's got to eat and got another show here. All right, I guess we'll give our plugs here. So, guys, you can check me out at patreon.com/RussoTWC. Myself and the front line are there once a month, casting the dirt sheet marks that deserve it. And we also got a bunch of shows on the Patreon that I think you guys will like. We got a lot of options, a lot of affordable tiers. Check us out. You can find me here on YouTube, X, and Instagram at Catman580 if you want to check me out. And as for shows, you can find me every Wednesday at 8:30 Central Time on the Mr. Burger Network channel for suplexes and headlocks. On Fridays at 4 p.m. Central, you can find me on Twitch and X on the Holy Soldiers podcast. And here Saturday, every Saturday afternoon and evening, 4 p.m. Central on Irish Whips and Arm Drags.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
This is Jerry here. I'll give plus for Jerry here and the others. Jerry D. Sills on Instagram. Chris is Y2CD on Instagram and X. Justin JT Prime 08 on X and Instagram. And who else that was that I can give plugs to? I think that was it. Eric is.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's mine.
And you know who gets the last word around these parts, man?
Subscribe to Irish Whips and Arm Drags.
Thank you, Stephanie. Until next time, we'll see y'all in about a week. Same bat time, same bat channel.